you can't see the date past today's
Right
week
as
out,
we begin,
so we'll have to go.
say hi and then end.
That's silly.
Hi,
End.
welcome. This is Pathfinder 2e, playing a little homebrew campaign called Shard Hunters. We're in session 105. Time to get over to the GM to give us a little update on where we're at currently.
Previously on Shard Hunters, our band of heroes decided it'd be best to head south away from the Dwarven town because the dwarves appear to have turned into something monstrous and they don't know what's going on. And they headed south to the human town that was beneath them. And from there, they followed directions to find a dwarf that was not been turned into a monster. And he has given them a challenge to get information. They went and found and fought a creature that was a living ooze monster, and they came back and they've got the information that the path that the ooze monster was guarding will eventually take them to the Dwarven Citadel underground, because there used to be another Dwarven Citadel where that ooze creature was, and there is a secret path they have to find the way to from there. And begin.
Fight.
It's the next day. Y'all have slept. Everything is good. Let me make sure everyone is at full health. Hold on, I gotta move to the map. Where it's at?
We're pretty much going straight for the caves, right? There's nothing else we need to do. Good game plan, guys. Glad we discussed it.
I think that's what we had talked about, was go straight there.
Yeah.
Because we were like, why don't we just keep going? And then, yeah.
Well, we needed a key or something.
Oh, let's see. What?
Okay. Right.
Onward.
I will say I am. I was excited and also disappointed when Eve's banish didn't work. That was a good move.
Oh, banish.
Yeah.
Yes, it would have been
I thought you
wonderful
said Spanish.
poetry for that to have worked.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Eve knew Spanish. Or it was a language in this world.
Oh.
Do you not know that that's the native language of her island, the kingdom?
Oh.
Just a language barrier, that's all.
Because remember, it's from that cult. It's a Spanish-style culture there.
Had
They
2
are
weeks of
barrier
Spanish in the
islands.
2nd grade.
All right. Anyways, y'all have made it back to the cavern, to the sewer entrance, and you notice that the part of the sewer you're going into is going upward a bit, because the water's always flowing down and south, or down. And you do know that eventually you're going to have to go down. But supposedly this citadel was in these mountains that you're just at the base of. Thankfully tonight our dice roll again.
Yay!
I like Theater of the Mind, but for some reason I like seeing dice roll.
Yeah.
Much better just to have that the little sound they make, seeing the dice roll around, and like if a bunch of people are rolling at once, they sometimes look like they bounce off each other.
Yeah.
I like that.
What if we're rolling like 70 at once?
You know, I actually wonder if that actually affects anything, because I've seen it where it takes the one that it lands on, but it does hit, like, I don't,
Imagine that the results are determined ahead of time, but what happens as it rolls is random.
Makes sense.
All right. After going in through a little bit, you start to notice that the area is getting a little cleaner than it was beforehand. And your guess is that creature was making this a lot nastier of a place than it should have been.
Or someone just cleaning up.
Could be that too. Off in the path ahead, you see a small glowing light in the distance.
Winky,
We
shiny.
walk towards the light.
Okay. When you get to about where the light was, it's not there anymore, but you see another one in the distance again.
Do we have binoculars or a spyglass or something?
No, y'all talked about purchasing them previously, but never got a hold of one. We talked about
I guess
that like
we'll.
a minute ago.
I think we've had
I
several
guess we'll
conversation.
keep walking towards the light to see what it is.
Eventually, you see a passage to the left, a passage to the right, and a passage forward, and the light down to the left.
We follow the light, but go somewhere else.
What?
Huh?
You're
You,
saying you're
you
just.
can't follow the light and go somewhere else.
I think you're just stating the
I meant-
options.
Yeah.
Okay, you're actually stating we either follow the light or go somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll follow you, Winky.
I'm gonna keep heading towards the light.
All right. You start following the light, and you notice it's taking you past several different turns. And it seems to be going somewhere. Do y'all continue
Okay,
to follow
well,
the light?
I do.
All right. After a while, what seems like a few hours, you see a large chamber up ahead and hear the sound of combat. And there's the light. The pathway is heading directly towards that chamber, but there's a crack in the wall to the side, and you can see the light in the crack.
I'm gonna look through the crack.
It's big enough to go through. You have to go in.
Oh, I'm gonna go through the crack then.
Okay. Does everybody go in the crack? When you get in the crack, you notice that the crack leads to an area that's adjacent to that large room, and through cracks in the wall, you can see into the room. In the
What's
room,
happening?
you see a group of about 20 dwarves fighting with about 30 or 40 human soldiers.
Do they all look dead?
No, everyone looks pristine.
Does this look like a time frozen? Are they getting cut and taking damage, or are they practicing?
From where you're looking, everything's kind of murky, and it's really hard to tell. Make a perception check.
We'll break this wall down and we can see what's happening.
All right. As you look closer, they do definitely look dead, but because of like some kind of haze in the room, it's hard to tell. But you do notice the fight is not going very well for everyone inside. It looks like about 10 or so bodies of humans are on the ground, but a lot more dead dwarves are in the area, and the dwarves look like they're doing a fallback as the humans are pushing them further and further.
What about like clothing styles? Does it look like our current day style, or does it look like an older Kaminoan style?
The humans are 100% Kamino. You can see at least one or two Kaminoan liches in the back leading the human soldiers. Because Kaminoans revered liches among anything else, and most of the
Yes.
wizards in their groups would try to become a lich as soon as possible. And they're using their magic to keep their troops going. Even to the point where one of the dwarves will bring down a Kaminoan soldier, and a lich will sit there and immediately start resurrecting it as a newer, more powerful undead. Let's see. Mo. In the background of the room, you notice the dwarves are trying to keep the Kaminoans at bay from an area behind them, and I'm going to send you a message.
My fault.
And guys, we're in this citadel. This is Barzul, right? Is it the Terror Gate, a Deep Gate, or Dead Gate that we are thinking it got opened? Aiden, you're
The
muted.
terror gate inside the Dwarven Citadel.
Okay.
Okay. As they're fighting, you notice the dwarves are falling back towards something in the back of the room that most of y'all can't make out. But suddenly, one of the dwarves runs over to a section of the room, grabs something, and there's a splash of light and power speeding out as he runs off with another cadre of dwarves heading down another corridor.
That looked
And
important.
during that flash of light, the Kiminoans took it as a moment to press forward and finished off the rest of the Dwarven defenders. And then they immediately started screaming and running off after the dwarves, and the room is now empty.
No
It
time like the
appears that they
present. Take a
were.
look.
It appears that they were protecting some sort of golden gateway with a green gem in the archway of it. I can see through it, and whatever's on the other side is not part of this room. So it must be some sort of portal, gateway, door type thing.
That was what they ran off with, or is that a fixed area?
That's what it appears that they were protecting.
Sounds like something we might want.
After the Kaminoans have run off, everything in the room has gotten dark and still.
Mm.
I'd like to go take a closer look at the gate.
Okay?
What?
You head back to the crack and into the final room itself, and you can see the room is a very large, empty chamber, and it looks like there are areas all along the walls for crates and things to be put. This looks like it was a shipping hub of some kind.
Can I tell if there's any kind of rhyme or reason to the organization of it?
No, there's nothing in any of the chambers. Everything's been
Oh.
looted.
Okay.
But in the distance, you see a large, glistening gold structure rising out of the floor.
I'd like to take a closer look.
All right. As you approach, it lights up with a fairly ominous glow. It's humming with magical power. And you can tell it looks like it's about 3 or 4 times the size of one of the portals in the tree, the arches. And there's a slot for a stone that's about the size of your head.
Is it
You need to put your head in there.
activated right now? Like, can I see through it, or is it just kind of an opaque?
No, it's just
Gate.
it's an empty archway in the air.
Okay.
It looks just like one of the tree receptacles without a stone in it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell this is made of a material that even you can't figure out what it is.
Does the receptacle look head-shaped, or does it look the size of my head?
It's the size of your head, but like a slotted gem.
Okay.
Maybe it's a portal for giants.
Maybe.
Or to get war machines through.
Hold on a second.
But why would you have a big crystal if you needed a? You need that one, a bunch of small crystals or something like that.
Well, he's doing that. What are we? you go over what we're looking at again? Anyone in the party? Is this a gate?
So we got a big golden gate with a receptacle for a gem, but there's no gem in it.
Okay.
So it would have been used for something to transport. I mean, assuming it's a gate,
Are we?
and with how highly decorated it is, either really old or really important.
Are we thinking this is like a transport gate, or is this like the terror gate that we're supposed to be finding, or is this like what the dwarves ran off with may have been the key?
I wanted to take a closer look at like inscriptions and stuff like that, and see
The
if
gate itself?
Yeah,
All right,
maybe.
while you're doing core, look at your message.
I do not have one.
Are you not in the game?
I'll refresh.
Yeah, when I reloaded, you might have had to refresh because I
Okay.
turned on Dice on Ice.
Oh, yeah, I did not do that after. A dice worked though.
All that matters.
Okay.
I can read it for you if you'd like
Off
off the stream.
the stream, appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
So it's looking. This is all based off my knowledge of the Kaminoan. They conquered the dwarves and stole the portal keys to the library from the dwarves. So this Kaminoan still in the
Ah,
and they used the portal network to transport goods through the world. They copied the designs and made small person-sized portals. And the dwarves were not the original inventors of these portals. I think I got that all right.
That's what you remember from all the books you've read.
So this is just a probably a bigger version of what we're using currently. Transport around
It
the
looks
world,
more like one of the original versions.
but not necessarily the portal to the library.
Well, a card did mention that whatever was on the other side was large.
he was able to see it before it was closed.
He was looking through but didn't quite realize what he was seeing.
Yeah, there was like a massive area on the other side of the gateway.
Were there books, war machines?
Could we assume that it's the big flash was the removal of the gem? I'm trying to understand it.
Would have made a flash as the portal expired, like it does when y'all remove your portals.
Okay. So that was the removal of the gem that we saw.
Now, were we looking through the gate at this fight, or is this they ran off down a hall after they took the gem?
The fight
What
was
was
in
it?
this room, and there's a hallway at the end of the room where you can see that they had run down.
Okay,
And you see the light is over there again.
might be fighting again.
The light is the thing we were following.
Yeah, the light is over at that hallway now.
Okay.
It may have opened up another gateway.
I thought
That's
it was
not the light.
Oh, the light wasn't coming from the gate.
The light is like a fairy fire that we're following, that somebody's probably
Trapping us
controlling.
with.
I thought it was a collection of supervillains.
Do you want to keep going for the light?
None of them get that, I don't think.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all see Young Justice?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen it.
The latest
I
season.
don't remember it, but I've seen it.
Some of them get it.
It's good.
All right. Anyways,
I did not.
you see the light heading down that at the entrance to that side where you saw them run off to in the path, and that what you saw.
So we need to get the key to this gate to see where it goes. And Core, I think you might be pleased because if this is the original gate, that would have been a transport to the library more than likely, right?
Be nice. I
It would be nice to like complete story arc 1 from episode like 5. It'd be really cool to get there.
We finally made it.
It's the library that we've been hearing about forever. So let's
do
go
y'all
chase
follow
these
behind them?
guys. Yeah,
All
I
right.
would assume we'd follow behind them sneakily and craftily.
I'll hold up the
With our-
rear.
As you follow the light, you see down. It's taking you through another set of winding corridors, and it seems to pause and wait for y'all to catch up. And then whenever you catch up, it disappears and reappears down the distance again.
So
So I'm starting to feel like this might be leading us somewhere, maybe possibly a trap of some sort.
I was about to
guys.
say the same thing. Like, you and I know nature, right? So you know those kind of fish that live in the deep dark that like
Yeah,
make it look like
angler-
food.
Anglerfish.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what they were called here in this world or not. So I was just gonna
Oh,
be
well, we'll just
vague.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's,
I've seen animals
it's-
use that tactic
it's-
before.
It's
It is.
canon now because I
Yeah.
said it, and I'm the occultist. It's canon.
They actually
They're
just look
anglerfish.
like little fishermen, not actually like fish.
Yeah, I have a little pole. Yeah,
They're just fairies that live at the bottom of the ocean.
They're
that look
fish or
like fishermen.
fish.
yeah. Fish or fish.
They're
Fish or
angler.
fish.
They're angler fish.
Glad you guys got
they-
that sorted. What was it? Why were we talking about the fish or fish?
I don't know. We felt like a trap. Does this feel like a trap to you?
No.
Okay.
Well, she would know.
Should we wait?
She-
Should we
she
be
is the
checking
rogue.
for traps right now?
I am.
Okay.
Hey, do y'all see those bodies over there?
No. What? Where?
Okay.
Where
What-
you're standing at a intersection of like 3 doorways. You see the light down to the left, and he's pointing off to a passage on the right.
Not the way. The light.
So maybe we can trust the light, because if it wasn't here and we wandered to the right, I have a feeling we would have stepped in some death. So okay, maybe I feel a little bit safer now.
Wasn't there something about a lot of traps being in place before?
Yes.
You see a doorway up ahead, and the door is cracked open about halfway, and it reminds you of the door the dwarf told you about. And you can see the light in the distance past it. And the light is just, it's like 2 or 3 different lights flickering in and out in one spot.
Do any of our sneaky people want to sneaky up and take a look?
No, because you asked it like that.
Sneaky people.
I wasn't talking to you, Atala. I mean, jeez.
So keep following the light.
Yes.
All right.
Atala, you can run, but you can't hide.
After a few more hours of following the light, you see the light heading off to a branch on the side and a doorway.
Is it locked? Open?
The doorway is not locked, but it's closed. You can see the light coming from underneath the doorway.
What? Go
I'm
back.
gonna get down and I'm gonna peek.
Okay.
What the
I'm
heck?
being impersonated and I don't like it. My identity is being stolen.
You can see from the other side of the doorway, it looks like a room that's got beds in it, multiple different beds.
The bed's room.
Think a car.
No, beds.
Well, the car said he was the one that looked down, so
Oh,
I assume we didn't actually have that info.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I would have related. It's like, it looks like it's some type of barracks or something.
No feet or
Not that I can see, but they may be standing near the door. They may be hearing all that we're talking about.
all right. We'll go ahead and go through. We'll see what happens.
Do we want to open it slowly or just bust through it?
Let's just.
I just opened the door.
Good job, Winky.
The door
Right.
creaks open with a
Right
loud
into my
noise,
face.
and you're looking at an empty barracks room.
So I was visualizing more of like a car shoulder charging the door, and then Winky like Scooby Doo opening the door as he runs through.
You do not see the light in the room, but you do see multiple lit candles in the room.
Just placed around normally.
Yes, placed where the lights would be in a barracks.
Yep, it's totes lit in here.
You do notice the back of the door to the barracks has 2 slots for bars to be mounted in.
So it could have been a prison?
No. So that when you're inside, you can close the door and bar it twice.
Ah,
So how much time has passed? Are we,
You notice that you're starting to get tired.
because I know it's been a couple of hours. Do we want to try to
Yeah,
go ahead?
y'all actually walked through lunch and dinner and didn't even realize it.
make this camp for the night and use these conveniently placed bars.
Yes.
You notice there's a pair of ironwood bars waiting there.
Oh, I was just gonna say you could make a little stone, but those work too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we just do a look around the room as well? Just make sure we're not locking ourselves in with
Something.
something, or if there's anything interesting.
Looking for particularly passages or anything that somebody might try to sneak in on us and
Right.
that kind of thing.
Noise.
It's so much better having dice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Atala, you, as looking around the room and using your engineering expertise, notice that there are exactly 6 small passages just above head level that are only about 2 inches across, and you can feel the fresh air coming through them, that it's part of the aeration system so that this underground channel has the most fresh air you can have in this underground area. But that's the only entrance in or out. This looks like it's designed to be a safe room based on your expertise. The door looks like it's made of a material that's resistant to bashing.
This might be the safest place we ever sleep.
Nice. Well, I'm guessing a fire's out of the option. Out of the question.
Why would you think that?
We're in an enclosed room.
That has air conditioning.
Oh, I didn't see those. But
You
is
do
that air coming in or going out?
There is a fireplace in the wall.
We'll just use that.
Tarnished from disuse, but it is in good condition.
Why did the light lead us here?
Because it's been hours.
Are the beds made of metal or wood?
The beds are made out of material that looks like it's mostly rotted away.
Will it burn?
If you're talking, Atala.
Will my yurt fit in here?
Your yurt? Yes, easily.
I
Just
missed
move
what
some
you
of the
said to
beds
me, I
out of the way and
apologize.
throw it down.
We thought you were talking to us. We're muted. He's not talking.
He's
to
not
us.
talking to us, no.
He's not
No.
talking to us.
He doesn't. He doesn't care.
I'm gonna throw the yurt down so that we have a little bit of comfort because I'm not sleeping on whatever's left of those beds.
Well,
You sleep
I'll
in
go
the
ahead
yurt,
and make
not
the
in the
statement that I'm barring the doors.
Okay.
Using both of the ironwood things.
Yes.
Can I also like raise a little like 2x6 piece of stone at the base of the door?
You can try.
Okay, I'd like to use my creation power for that.
And this
Alright.
this whole time the door opens outward. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it has to open inward for the bars, but
Oh no, but that would be that was the joke that I was trying to make. Poorly constructed joke.
Where is my stuff?
It would be on your character sheet.
Thank you, sir.
And you know your characters are in the bottom right of the map? A little bit up from the bottom.
So apparently, Forge gave me 3 hero points.
Okay. You use your power and you can feel it flow out of you, and you feel the stone just deny it.
Oh. Well, we're gonna have some magical issues here with the rocks, so good to know now and not in the middle of a fight.
Basically, you feel like your power wasn't strong enough to affect the density of the stone here.
Okay.
Does this stone, we may have already covered this, is the stone like the, oh gosh, what was it called?
Ancient stone.
Ancient stone, yeah. Is it like that?
It looks. Your guess is it's probably around the same hardness level as ancient stone, but it does not look like it has aged at all. The stones the ancient use still succumb to age itself, but this does not.
Non-aging ancient stone.
Undead ancient stone.
That's terrifying.
Sorry, just undead ancient stone.
This is why my
Someone's
mic
randomly
is muted
cry
most of the time.
I couldn't even time it better myself with Sirenscape.
You may not. You may have Sirenscape. I've got knee butter audio.
Yeah, you got Wilhelm screams on ready.
That's a
Yep.
Jude scream.
Actually, it's Christopher.
Oh. What
The
if
siren
you're
state
Jude?
can come up just a little bit too, by the way.
Right now it's kind of just a low windy, we're inside type thing.
I just didn't know if you could hear it through the stream or not.
In the middle of the night, several loud thumps come against the door.
Oh, someone's knocking. Let me go.
Someone's knocking
The
at the door.
thumps are hitting hard enough that you can hear it reverberate throughout the entire room.
Hmm.
Hey, knock back. See if it's intelligent.
Or
Ignore it.
I'm gonna go with ignore.
And
Ignore
show that we're
completely.
intelligent.
After about 2 or 3 more knocks, you can hear the ironwood groan but still hold, and then eventually you can hear the sound of something slithering down the hallway.
Does it sound scaly or slippery?
Scaly. But the rest of the night goes without any more incidents. So it is now dawn,
Now done.
as far as you can tell. The only reason you noticed those little holes where the air comes through, a small amount of light is coming through, almost like a little bit of a flashlight.
Are there any mirrors around anywhere to bounce the
Not
light?
here. No, but your guess is they use mirrors so that at least they can check when dawn is from down here.
I would like to listen at the door for any movement or anything. After
You do not hear.
I want to start removing the. Well, this is be after breakfast and we've eaten. But yeah, go ahead and start removing the things and getting ready to venture again.
Move out.
When you remove the bars, you notice each one has about a 1-inch dent in the wood.
Oh boy, that would have caused strong cushions.
That's some heavy knocking.
As the door swings open, you hear the sound of something clattering to the ground.
Oop. All right, what's on the outside of the door as I opened it?
As you opened it inward, something fell off the door.
I'd like to see what it is.
There is a hooked claw that's about 8 inches in length and a little bit of scaly skin attached to it.
Ooh, I want that.
I want to inspect it to see if I can identify. Anybody else able to identify?
I'll look at it. It looks some type of like an animal claw or some sort.
All right, make your occult roll.
Yeah.
All right. None of you are certain exactly what it is, but a car. The only thing you do know is it's not a creature native to this world. It's not a natural living creature from the earth.
I look at everybody with a little bit of distress in my eyes and say, this don't live here. It must have come from another dimension of some sort.
Hey man, you got some distress in your eyes.
Yeah, distressful.
I'll let you hold on to this.
Sweet.
Do we see the light? And if we do, is it in the same direction as whatever this creature went last night?
You don't know which direction the creature went, but you do see the light in the distance continuing the path it was leading you on the day before.
Okay.
You continue to follow the light. After following it for another couple of hours, you notice the sounds of battle again in the distance.
I'm gonna creep up on this one.
As you creep up, you notice the light is guiding you to a area that has basically, it gets to a part where there's a doorway going forward with a door that's closed, and then there is a beam of light coming from underneath another door to the side. You can hear the battle from the door that's obviously closed, but the light is off to the side again.
Let's go to the side. Yeah.
Okay. You go to the side, and it's basically... You remember the glass walls and the partition and the ancient base that had that natural green area underneath the tree? How they had ancient glass? There's a glass wall like that looking down into a chamber. And inside the chamber is a very strange looking gateway. It looks like the gateway is pulsing with energy, and it doesn't look anything like the gateways in the tree, and it doesn't look anything like the gates that you saw in the previous room. And the gate itself looks like it grew out of the ground, like stone turned into a vine and grew up, and things like that. And sometimes you see a piece of what looks like an animal that turned into a block, and things like that, where it's a mixture of creatures and vine and stone and metal and all kinds of other material. But in the center, where the shimmering field of the gate that y'all are used to seeing would be, instead it looks like it's a frozen... Imagine looking through a kaleidoscope, but it's frozen like ice.
Interesting.
And you see runes all around the gateway, the arch itself, and you notice the entire room is covered in runes, like the entire room is a spell.
That summoned the portal? Or that runs the portal?
Your guess is the portal's always there.
Gotcha.
And the spells have something to do with containing it.
That's what I was about to say.
Yes. In the distance, you see the troops down there fighting. It's dwarves versus humans again. And on one side, next to the archway, is a small pedestal device that has runes carved in it, a bunch of other things, and it's inlaid with some kind of black metal that, while it's black, is extremely shiny. It's hard for me to explain what I'm trying to say.
Almost
when
like
I say
obsidian.
that. Like obsidian, but obsidian and silver have base, basically. That's what it looks like, and it almost looks like it's flowing, like a liquid running around this thing carved into it. and you see a bunch of ancient runes carved into it and filled with this material. And on top, you see one of the dwarves taking that green gem and shoving it into the top, and you can feel energy starting to be pulled from that portal into the gem. And the whole room is beginning to shake.
I don't think we should let that keep happening.
So are they deactivating these things? Is that what they're doing?
You
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
All you know is it looks like 4 dwarves are doing something, pointing at the portal with stabs, and 2 dwarves are working on this pedestal, while the rest of the army dwarves are fighting and dying against the Kaminoans.
Can you shoot the gem out of their hands?
You're on the other side of that glass.
Oh yeah.
Are there any levers or anything in this room? Or is this strictly
You do not
observation?
You noticed one of the dwarves that's working with the portal passes out and drops. And the other 3 continue their work, and you can see the kaleidoscope begin to move a little bit. As you feel energy being drawn from that portal into that gem again. And you now notice that, let's see. Who's gonna notice? All right, the most unlikely candidate.
Me.
Nope.
Oh.
It was midnight.
Yeah.
What do you see, girl? What do you see?
Timmy fell down the well. What is what's his name up to? Your werewolf pal, Winky.
Jack.
He's
Jack.
towering Rinky.
Yeah.
You can tell he's basically has his hackles in the air even though he's in human form.
just feel bad for those NPCs that we adopt and then ignore completely.
Well, you know, the person that quote unquote is it's familiar definitely does not ever remember him.
Well, the big thing also is he's not a combat companion. So I don't want him to do that kind of stuff. Now, there are feats that would allow Winky to get him as a combat companion.
The
So anyways,
feats he's
hold on.
playing with?
He does not have any of those feats.
Yeah.
Winky, I sent you a message. Because Winky, for some reason, noticed something.
What?
It must be a door.
And as the dwarves are beginning to drop, you start to notice that the energy bleeding out of that portal, off to the side, one of the shadows is starting to get larger. It's like it's casting a weird light in the room, and there's a shadow in the corner that's getting larger and larger, like the shadow's getting deeper and more physical. And they've got the gem in the pedestal, and you can tell the dwarves that are working with the portal are starting to lose their lives to whatever they're doing. And finally, the dwarf that put the portal stone into that pedestal smacks his hand on it right as one of the liches comes up and stabs him through the back and into the gemstone.
How
And
far
as
is the shadow from us?
The shadow is on the other side of the battle.
Okay.
With the stab through the dwarf, that's the last dwarf standing, and he starts to drop as he says something, and you can see power beginning to pulse out of the pedestal, and all of them down there start. Do you remember the Thanos snap and people started vanishing? Everyone down there in that room starts just fading away and blowing off into dust.
Oh,
And as
crap.
it fades away, the shadow gets stronger and stronger, and you notice the shadow standing up as it rises up, and it's got 4 arms, a big snake body and a long mane of snake head. Let me send you the picture. It's easier.
That's scary.
I think it's
He look-
ugly.
He looks
Creature
friendly.
comes sliding out of the shadows.
What the
Is
heck?
it missing a fingernail?
It is not.
It's got twice the number of arms to give twice
But
the
the
number of
fingernails
bugs.
look exactly like its fingernails.
Oh, that makes me think that there's more than one.
Am I so?
Well, there was 2 portals.
As the pulses start extending outward, you can feel them hitting the glass, and the room is trying to contain them. And you notice the creature walks up, looks at the pedestal, starts laughing ominously, and turns around and melts into the shadow again.
What?
And the glass begins to crack and break as the pulses are getting closer and closer to y'all.
Time to go.
As you turn to leave, the pulses finally shatter the glass and come flying through and hit all of you.
Uh-oh.
And basically, to quote a movie scene, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh no.
Does that happen to all of us?
All of y'all start fading and disintegrating and plopping into little dust. And then suddenly you wake up.
Well, everyone, we hope
heck?
you've
I was about to
enjoyed
say,
our
well, that's
session
one
of
heck of a way to-
Pathfinder. This is the end of our campaign.
That was one heck of a way to have a pool party suite.
Look, Charles, if you didn't want to play anymore, you could have just told us.
You wake up and you're back behind the stables in the town.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Wait.
What day
So I
is
had
it?
this weird dream, guys.
Is this a loop? The time loop? You guys think?
It reminds me of this book I read called Groundhog Day. Everything kept happening over and over again.
You notice your rations have
Downward.
been used up.
Sorry.
Your rations have not been used up.
Are we dead?
How was it a couple? Was it like a couple days after or was it like a day? What day was it when we died?
Y'all were
Basically.
gone for a full day. A full day,
So
a
that
full
means-
night, and another day.
I want
So
to
y'all
go to
5 meals.
the closest person and be like, "What day is it?"
I know not. We hadn't invented a calendar yet. Calendar.
You've
Look
been
at
here
the
for
sun.
hundreds of years and you don't keep up with the time.
They don't keep track of time because they've been here for hundreds of years unchanging.
Let's just find the guy
Nah.
that we got the key from, Kargath. See if we left a couple days ago, or if we just left, or if we haven't even left at all. Or if,
Or if he even knows who we are.
yes. Go find
You go
Kargath.
back to the tavern.
Yes.
All right, you do not find him there.
Is the ent finger in the backyard still?
Yes.
I'd like to hit it a couple good times for old time's sake.
Okay.
I'll do it for flavor. We can continue on.
Okay. What do y'all do?
Well, there's no Kargath, so
Well, we can head to the temple where we visited yesterday.
Wasn't there like one or two places where we're gonna look for him?
Well, he's either in the tavern
we
or
could
he's
just-
eating his wood.
Let's just go in the tavern and ask him if ask these questions. See if they remember us or
Oh, we can do that too. Yeah.
All right. You find in the tavern. You find the barkeep. He's like, "Great, hello. I'm assuming you still don't want anything."
just curious how long it's been since we were last here.
Y'all just came in yesterday.
Awesome.
Y'all slept the night. And y'all said you were going to go do something.
Yes, we are going to go do a thing. Thank you. Still currently don't want anything.
Is that it?
Mm,
I guess so.
there goes the seagulls again. Forgot to
Core's
turn
in
them off.
charge.
He's our cat captain.
Alright guys, let's rally up in a place that we can have a discussion.
Behind the barn.
I
Alright.
still have the yurt up. I haven't taken it down.
Which yurt?
The one that we behind the stables. Apparently, it's still there too.
Okay. Go there if it's still up. So I don't know if you guys were getting the impression that that was replay of probably the same scene that's been happening over and over and over. Possibly what could be leading to the growth of the Deadlands. You guys feeling that as well, or
Makes sense.
I
muted, Derek?
noticed on the
I'm not actually talking
Oh.
to y'all
Sorry.
at this point.
I noticed on the pedestal that it had some runes on it. I thinking it was it looked a lot like the Lonely Mountain runes that created the undead.
Interesting. We're thinking the dwarves.
Yeah, we're told that they did not have a chunk of elemental body to power the ritual, so they had to find another power source.
So they're using a portal.
So we got a spell that's holding the portal frozen, and they're siphoning off.
Harnessing it.
Siphoning this power to the key.
And the key was loaded into a pedestal covered with the runes from that symbol.
So how do we, if we do this again, how do we stop this? Or
Blow the pedestal up.
Excuse me. Maybe bypass the initial gate and go straight to the portal.
And just blow the pedestal up. Get a bomb arrow.
Do we think this is a timing thing? Like this happens
Well,
on
the
a loop
shadow-
constantly, or
I think the shadow is the problem, biggest problem, because it's not unaffected. So
well, it seems like the dwarves all died, and that was a big issue as well. Should we try to maybe help finish it?
or if we kill the dwarves first, they can't die and be sacrificed.
To even start it.
So let's commit, I guess, mass genocide in order to save the world.
so are we thinking the Kiminoans created the shadow, or was
I think it's
just a failure of the dwarves creating the shadow?
I
Or
think it's
were
an
they trying to
unforeseen
create the
production.
shadow? So who are we trying to attack here? The dwarves or the Kiminoans?
The shadow.
All right.
Doesn't matter who's trying to get it there to get it
They're
going.
all undead, right?
I think
Yes.
so.
And just
Collapse the entire thing.
well, just to restate our initial goal in coming here was to determine what was the cause of the
Didn't we just say this is a loop that we have to stop?
Yes. So, if it's a loop, we need
Take the entire tunnel and the system down. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's gone.
Okay. How do we do this? I'm not a engineer.
Can
Ooh.
we?
Charles,
Get-
do I still have that creature's claw?
You find it in your bag, yes.
Ooh. Hey
So
guys, you
it's
remember this?
unaffected.
I don't know if it's because it's in a bag of holding or not, but yeah.
You hold it, it begins to change shape.
I drop it immediately. Okay.
It basically turns into a small snake and starts trying to get away.
Smash it, Winky! Smash it!
Do you want to try to capture it, prevent it from getting away? Does it look like a normal snake?
I'm gonna grab a bucket and I'm gonna try to trap it.
What were you saying, Italo?
Something is bugging me because if we're in a loop and we're stopping a loop, is the loop only today? Is the reason that the loop happened only because we got poofed away? Do we have to get poofed away to try again?
Or does the poof extend and we just never experienced it yet?
Well, the other problem is time that it has been happening perfectly fine here.
Yes.
I mean,
The people here know that it's been centuries since they died.
could you deduce that just based off of the fact that you look around and things are just breaking apart, but you remember it still being like, could they have been experiencing this for centuries and have just come to expect that it's been a long time, but they have no idea how long? Or did they have a progression of time that they're aware of? I guess would be the right. Because if it's like going out every day and just only affecting this area, and then only this area is resetting every day.
Hold on.
I like 20s. It's not when the GM's rolling.
So what if we never actually went to the place?
And just see if it happens
Like,
in 3 days.
I mean, like, I think we didn't go. We just saw what was gonna happen.
What if this all was a vision?
Yeah, because we didn't interfere. We got led right to where we could watch.
Yeah. Too bad
So
nobody
we
wrote
just-
down the directions through that maze.
So we all had a shared dream? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Is that what you're proposing, or you feel that way?
And it would not be impossible for you to try to recreate your path through the dream.
Okay.
Basically, y'all will have to roll at every chance.
Gotcha. I like that. I feel a lot better about it being a vision of things to come and not that we're stuck in some weird time loop.
But if that's what's to come, are we just kind of poof?
If we don't stop it, yeah.
So we do need to stop the gym from being empowered, or from the whole thing itself from failing.
Well, the gem was also destroyed. The weapon went through a dwarf and into the gym. Probably
The gem
one of the...
It was damaged but not destroyed.
That still could be the problem. How am I supposed to know?
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
So we want to get on the road again and just have the conversation of what we want to do as we go.
I think we need to be a little bit more direct about our approach. Should we go ahead and approach the gate, or should we go ahead and approach the rune room? Like, do we accept the fact that the gate is probably going to be taken initially and drop back to the final holding place to give ourselves more time to fortify, or do we try and make a final stand with the gate?
I think maybe this already happened.
Oh,
Like, this happened whenever it started. So we might just have to fight the shadow thingy.
Okay.
We got
So
the
you
origin.
think this is
we
what
got the
started
origin
the
story.
Deadlands?
So you think we didn't actually do anything?
It was
No.
all a premonition.
So
But, like, that already happened.
Oh, and the thing in the hallway was...
it's still there.
Is-
and it's
is it
been
what's
there
that-
this whole time?
I mean, I'm good with just...
Something. You're saying something gave us a dream.
Yes.
And I think that's what has already happened. And now we have to go reverse it
I'm
and
down.
fight
Let's
that
do it.
shadow thing.
Let's go shine a light on the shadow.
So,
Did we ever catch the snake?
Winky is sitting on a bucket containing the snake.
So with that information, maybe it's still alive and is trying to get back to its, I guess, quote unquote, rest of its self.
You saying put it on a leash?
Or we could just follow it. But
No, I
both
like
of
the
them
leash
sound
idea.
pretty. The leash idea sounds really cool.
Or
You
just a
can't put
fishing
snake
pole.
on a leash.
Well, can we take a fishing pole and put a hook through its like face?
How about we just put bells on it?
I could cast fairy fire on it and then let it
The
go. And
bucket starts making dents in it.
I think we just smash it.
Yeah.
Here, Winky, I'll hold the bucket. While and then you smash it. Just please don't hit me.
I pull out my.
I'm very
hatchet
trusting.
and pull out my hatchet and my cookery and be like ready like this.
Is Winky gonna smash?
I guess I
Make an attack roll
I just
if you're gonna do that. Okay, you successfully hit the bucket and not need it,
Yay!
and whatever's inside of it has been totally flattened. The entire bucket is now like a pan.
what about snake?
Oh yeah,
Let's
because it would be
let's
steel.
look and verify.
Steel or wood?
Oh, and did we ever find Cargill?
No, we
Nope.
never found him.
You never asked about him either. You said you were going to.
Oh, inside the tavern?
You lift up
Oops.
the plate that was a bucket, and the claw's there again.
I pick it back up and put it in my bag.
As you pick it up, it starts turning into a snake again.
What the crap is going on?
Alright, do it again. Somebody else pick it up. That's not.
All right,
got a
Winky,
eye
smash it.
against us.
Winky, do you hit the snake?
I guess so.
I really wanted to make this thing into a cool dagger.
Okay. You hit the snake, but only half of it, and your hammer basically obliterates the half that you hit. The half that didn't get hit just separates from that and grows the part you hit back again and keeps going.
Wait, is the snake still?
It's still a snake and it's still trying to get away.
All right, I'm looking around for a bucket.
Where
You
did
just-
all the buckets?
This time he hits it head on and it's a claw again.
Okay.
I'm not picking it up
I'm-
this time.
I'm
Apparently,
gonna-
I
Eve,
throw
I'm
things
still
to
looking for a
snakes.
bucket. Get it, Eve.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
You pick it up, it turns into a snake and bites you.
Oh, well.
But it doesn't do anything because it bounced off your armor. It's basically going like at your chest piece that has the face on it.
How big is the snake?
It was only about 10 inches or so, but it is doubled in length now that it's trying to bite you.
Somebody get a big like glass bottle and we put it in.
It's too big for you to hit with your hammer in one hit anymore.
But I could just hold on to it because it can't do anything.
I'll just
take a vial of
do we
holy
wanna
water and throw it in it.
experiment? Yeah, I was
Why don't you hit it with some
big
holy?
divine lamp.
Yeah, I like this plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm still holding on to it.
So you
Well,
want to
it
use...
won't hurt you. Divine lance.
Okay. You use your divine lance, and when you do it, you notice that the energy did not come out right.
You can't use spells.
The spell hits it and it's obliterated.
My hand's gone.
Eve, is that supposed to happen?
You felt that it was not good energy that you released.
Not supposed to happen.
Winky,
Was,
are you okay?
Is my hand okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not missing a finger or anything.
You got 9 more.
just like a cat with its
Nita,
9 lives.
did you intentionally mess up your camera, or was it an accidental? Copy.
Eve, do you see your message?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that one again. I don't really, well, alright. Anyways.
You okay there, Eve?
Yeah, it was just really wrong. It didn't,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
like this place. I don't really like
You and me
anywhere we
both,
go.
sister. You and me both.
So is it all? Is it like all religions are getting perverted or something?
Is Divine Lance? Oh no, it's a cantrip. Is it just magic in general, or?
Okay, hold on, guys. I think I'm like 100% confused right now. Okay,
Oh
never
wait, we
mind.
weren't
I
supposed to
think
use
we're
magic
good.
in the town. Oops.
We're good, guys. I just don't really understand anything. We're perfectly fine.
Okay. I found the bucket.
Well, it's kind of dust now. Thanks for getting the bucket.
Oh, I think I'm
You
gonna
want to
hold
collect
on.
the
Pretty much.
dust? You want to collect the
Here.
dust of it?
Yeah, just collect the dust.
Okay.
I'm. It didn't feel, normal, but oh my god.
What? Is everything okay?
So the thing, Divine Lance is just normal, is just like divine, but this felt like law, like, right kind of thing. And the creature must have been like living chaos or something. Like it's not right,
Um,
if that makes sense.
so you're saying like evil and chaotic? Is that what you're?
Yeah, like it's just not right for the world, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Evil
kind of
has nothing
assumed
to do
that.
with chaos. Evil has nothing to do with chaos. Some things are just pure chaos.
Yeah.
Basically, you have good, you have evil, you have divine, you have profane, you have law, and you have chaos. Those are all opposites. And chaos doesn't have to be aligned with good or evil. Sometimes chaos is just chaos for its own sake. And if something is pure chaos, the counter to it is law. So if your weapons are geared towards good and evil, it may do nothing to something that's pure chaos.
Oh, now I'm starting to understand.
And the only thing you've noticed from being in here, all of you with Arcana, notice that everything here is a lot more chaotic than anything should be. So your guess is whatever's going on has been infused with chaos energy.
We need.
There are demons running around, but there are also chaos. Because what would chaos love more than to release demons on the world of good?
So, guys, I wrote this thing. It's called a constitution, and we're gonna implement it on all of our
Not
weaponry.
law.
Oh, okay.
The order of the cosmos, as in metal, is law in your opinion.
Right. That's why I have it on these metal tablets. No. Okay.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's based off of a basically Mother Nature, the balance of nature.
Because nature likes chaos a bit, but it still likes to use the law and orders of nature. So it is chaotic, but it is within the rules of nature.
Nature can be chaotic. That is for sure.
So your guess is somebody wanted to show you that this creature is a being of pure chaos, so that you wouldn't be surprised by it when you fought it.
Hmm. You're right.
Well, thanks for that boon, whoever that was.
I'd like to go inside and ask for Kargeth.
The bartender's like, "Who?
Kargeth, you guys have a dwarf around here anywhere?
Oh God, we let that dwarf in there. We're not letting any others."
Which dwarf? What happened?
He points to Nita.
Ah. Have you had anyone notice that there's a root sticking up in the back there? Is that no one's ever been hacking on that?
I mean, it's one of our legends. That was a fey creature that was defeated long ago.
Oh, okay. Can you kind of go over that legend, maybe a little bit?
I don't really remember it. It was
Okay.
old when I was young, and that was several centuries ago.
Okay.
Basically, some fey monstrosity was released, and a group of adventurers fought it, and when they defeated it, they managed to found this town, and that was where our town was founded. I don't know any specifics of it. I do know that it was something to do with this whole area used to be a home to a big forest, and in it there were lots of fey creatures.
Hmm.
I mean, we used to have all these stories. There used to be some kind of lamp fey. They were a type of fey that would be in the woods and forests and guide you back home so that you wouldn't be lost out there in the dark.
I am totally getting like the Disney Brave movie with the little wisps that lead her off into the woods right now with the light from our dream.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know how to say that in
if you want,
Oh,
you can
well,
make
well,
an occultism roll.
because that's the feeling that I'm getting. I didn't know how to, say it in character, but yeah, that's the feeling that I'm getting. Ooh, that's nice.
All right. Based on your knowledge of the occult and the fae and everything else, it sounds like he is describing a group of creatures known as lampads.
I want to relay that name to him. I'm like, lampads? Is that what you're talking about?
He's like, maybe they're very friendly, and they generally don't want you to be harmed unless you're doing something to harm the woods. Then they'll take you out.
Also, based off my knowledge, do these creatures have the ability to take human form, or
They look like
basically?
humans.
Ah,
They look like humans holding little lamps in their hand.
what I kind of mentioned to the group is like, I wonder if our friend from yesterday was actually one of these creatures. Even though he wasn't holding a lamp, maybe that's what happened since nobody knows of his existence.
That's what a lampad looks like.
Clicky, clicky. They look like elves. Why is she crying? Or he. Not trying to pass judgment here.
Because the one thing you notice, the lampads are actually a creature of the underground, not the forest. So you're surprised they were in the forest. There's another variety that does the same thing in forests, but slightly different. They're usually a little bit more malevolent. Like they'll either treat you or kill you or send you home.
Well, we know a lot of weird stuff is going on. I think we just need to maybe address our lawful weapon situation. If there's something we can find that could help us there.
Agreed.
Do you have any weapon shops or anything in town, or would we have already known of them?
Yeah, y'all were shopping earlier.
Yeah, let's suggest we go that way.
Does anybody have any lawful spells?
Eve would have access to several of them.
Okay, at least we're good, kind of good on that. And apparently your divine is lawful here as well. I don't know. I'm assuming that's how that worked.
Her deity has two aspects, and when you do a divine lance, you can normally pick between the two.
Ah.
At this weapon shop, are we able to find anything that could be helpful?
Hold on, I'm looking.
Okay.
The ring of law.
Unfortunately, I
more
can't
rings.
search law.
I need more rings. More rings. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 5 rings, so apparently I'm all ringed up on one hand. Anybody want to shoot some dice while we wait?
Well, I'm on Archives of Nethys. Poking around.
There's not that many effects that actually do law.
Be a rough one, boys.
But the one thing you do notice from the memories of what happened, let me see, I'm going to give each of you a chance.
Looking decent so far. Oh, that was probably me.
Had to say something out loud.
Oh, yeah, I did. I jinxed it.
Okay.
Two 14s and 2 4s in 6 rolls. It's crazy. Out of a D20. That's impressive. That wasn't to me.
Nope. You rolled a 4.
I know, because that said something.
No, actually, both you and Winky.
Yeah, it's like,
Can't
as soon as I
say
said
anything.
something, it was like a 4. I was like, that was probably my roll.
So, been
I ain't
thinking,
saying
guys,
anything.
and I don't think the creature appeared. It didn't really appear till the gem was activated. So, the gem was allowing it to be here. Well, my first thought is completely destroying the entire tunnel system. Maybe we just get the gem.
From the dwarves before they even get a chance.
If that's how it's working.
I thought this was in the past, though.
We don't know, do we?
I thought that's what Eve was saying. It was, it's already happened.
But it also could be a recurring thing that happened that we stopped by going in the past. We haven't gone back there. What if we go back there and the same thing happens?
What if it's from the past, or what if it's a loop? What if it's just a vision of the future?
What if it's a taco?
It could be a taco.
Okay.
Charles, are there any axiomatic runes?
That would be our only option, really.
Yeah, axiomatic. Let me check. Because you have that, don't you?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Alright, so Hatala and Eve, you guys are the fighters this round.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the rest of us could do some sort of damage, but that's definitely going to be, they're going to be
Just
our heavy
a
hitters.
card. Let me explain it to you. You see, this is what happened. We keep getting attacked by these Quel'Th creatures. I started to think when I was doing some studying, and I realized they've been chaotic. Everything about them has been chaotic. And I found out about these runes. They're called axiomatic runes, and they actually set them for a type of, I don't know, it's like this way that people are, right? And you set it to that, and it can then be a weakness if you set it to the right one to those things.
Okay.
And so, and I pull out my halfling sling staff, I turn it into a rapier, I turn it into a dagger, I turn it into, just different things, and I go, and this one here I have specifically designed with axiomatic runes and the cold iron to fight those creatures, and these seem to be like those creatures.
That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing. I don't think I can put any more runes on my bow, though.
Alright, they do not have an axiomatic rune here, but they do have the recipe for it. But you won't have time to craft it and use it today.
Well, we definitely want to buy it because it's going to be incredibly useful as we continue in our fight against the Quel'Th.
Yes.
The shopkeep gives it to you for free.
What? Okay.
As he gives it to you, he goes, "Oh yeah, thanks. Y'all took care of that creature that was polluting everything near here."
We did. It told us about that.
What do you mean? Who told us about that? But the dwarf did, didn't he?
Yes, but he doesn't exist.
Is the root still there?
The root is still there. It was part of that old legend.
Wait, is there another dragon here?
But they told. I'm sorry. I missed something.
We went to go find Kargeth. He wasn't there. We had the whole thing with the snake. We went into the tavern to ask about Kargeth, and they said who? They've never let a dwarf in. Needup's been the only dwarf they've let in. Then we got into the whole discussion about the old Fae stories, because I asked about the treant finger in the back. They said it was part of an old Fae story from thousands of years ago, but there had never been a dwarf. And then that led into the discussion on the wisp lamp people.
Oh, I heard that part.
Okay.
Is there another dragon here, like Silvermane or whatever his name is? The silver dragon dude?
Why are you asking about dragons?
Well, because they don't remember him, and dragons have the ability to change people's memories, remember?
No, that's not what was happening. The silver.
I'm saying that Kargeth could have been a dragon since nobody's heard of him, but we obviously have talked to him, and we removed the thing that he told us about, but nobody knows about it.
But Silver was able to remove memories because of the device that we retrieved for him.
Yes.
I don't think that was
what says that other families don't have some device similar to that?
I don't think dragons have mind manipulation stuff. I think that was Hags and the device specifically.
And that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. That device was in his family.
And he's
Who's
saying
this-
all dragons must have device.
May, it's a possibility. May have something like this.
I'm gonna put
It's-
that.
I was
I
just-
think that's gonna be very far down the possibility list.
Well, it's just an idea.
Those are very.
It's just an idea. I just don't understand why people don't know about the guy that we literally talked to yesterday, but they remember us defeating the creature.
I
he told us to.
agree
You
that
notice
that
the
is.
shopkeeper is now laughing at y'all.
You know
He's like,
the Muffin
about
Man?
it. What are you talking about? Y'all guys came to the gate and y'all sat there, and all of a sudden y'all started talking amongst yourself, and then y'all charged off in the distance and killed something and came back and like just so happened to be the thing we needed to kill.
Yes, that's not what we remember at all. You remember talking to people. We got the quest to go there and do that from someone, but that person no longer exists in your memories.
The guards were telling stories all last night about y'all just sitting out there like walking in circles, talking amongst yourself, doing a whole bunch of things, and then suddenly y'all charged off and came back with proof of the creature you killed.
Yep. So my thoughts is that none of that really ever happened. That was just in our brain. And like Eve said, we were shown something. I think that was all part of the same.
I don't like this place, man. I really don't like this place.
The guy's like, but you can go to the town square and see the trophy y'all brought back, the skull thing.
Yeah, let's do that. Also, a car. How many days have we been here?
To be honest with you, 1, 2 at the most.
Let's get this.
Need it. How many days have we been here? Real quick, guys. Come
1.
on. Did everybody say 1?
All right, in town or counting the time we went into the.
I'd say in town. In town's where things.
We
are getting
came, spent the night, did that thing, and then we ended up here.
But we also spent the night inside the.
That's why I was asking.
Yes,
been-
but
it's
we've
been-
only been in town one night. We've stayed
We've
here
slept.
1 night.
We've slept twice. So it'd be
Yeah,
our
we're-
third day in town. But it's our first day in town.
Just making sure everybody's got the same memories so we can get past this part.
Okay.
Yeah, no one has any memory manipulations going on other than imagining a dwarf.
Okay.
Y'all head back to the sewer.
It's either that or just leave entirely and go.
Well,
and come back in a month or two with all new weaponry.
I mean, technically, do we have to do it again? I mean, hold on. That's not what I wanted to say.
Okay.
If we should be able to do it again if everything happens the same, right? Why not? But if things are different and there's nothing down there, well then no big deal. I mean, I don't mean like nothing down there, but like no battle and no gem. We may just find a pedestal with a busted gem in it that we have to deal with.
Okay.
And, you know, a giant creature that looks absolutely terrifying and turns into darkness and makes us turn into fade away.
And when
That's
you cut pieces off of it, they turn into snakes. That kind of thing. Because that was the thing.
We head back down the sewer.
Yep, that's it.
Let's do it.
Mo, Car, I will allow you to do 1 extra occultism roll because of all the research you've been doing about occultism throughout your adventures. You're the only one that can do this roll.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
What knowledge do you have for us, sir?
Definitely.
I
Hero
know you
pointing
remember
that.
something.
Bacon.
Definitely
Okay.
hero pointing that.
But I wanted to learn about how bacon helps us.
Totally does. Bacon's the thing, man.
You might as well use all 3 of them hero points.
Well, I only think I had 1, but there was 3 there. So I think I had 2 and accidentally left clicked instead of right click.
Do you want to try burn another hero point? You do have extra.
Sure, will that put me at 0?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do it.
Okay. You think the creature may have been called a Hegisic.
I guess it.
Them before, you don't know much about them, other than they're not considered demons or angels or anything else. They're a creature that's called a protean. They existed before the demons, before the angels, before everything else, and they existed before reality coalesced into law and order and everything else, and they want to bring it back to that. Basically, they're angry that things are ordered.
Oh,
And so their goals
definitely
are
the definition of chaos.
as much chaos as possible and eventually get rid of all reality if they can. Beyond that, they just like to mess with everything that's ordered and make it unordered. And it is a type of creature that is on par with an elder dragon.
Ah, I hate to
Based,
see what their house looks like.
based on your lore, your guess is this creature is beyond y'all's ability to do anything much more than to contend with, not beat.
Yeah, so don't think we're gonna be messing with this guy's. But
Why?
we know about it.
Why do you think we can't mess with it? The last time we came into contact with it, we lived.
I mean, we took
Well,
out
we
the
technically
claw.
didn't come into contact with it.
No, we did. The glass broke. It turned into stuff, and it killed us.
What's
And
to
then
say
we woke
that
up.
happen? What's to say that happens again?
Why not?
So you're
Go get the gem.
after all that I've told you, you're still willing to try to go up against this thing.
No, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just saying if it like pops out of this thing and it's like you're dust. Guess what? I'm dust. What?
Well,
What am I
that
gonna do?
I'm just
If
saying
you're
that we're
dust, you don't have
severely
any concerns
outmatched.
over anything.
What's that, Charles?
If you're dust, you don't have any concerns over anything anymore.
That's my thought.
I'm just saying I think we're severely
mean,
outmatched here.
We either shaking our boots standing up here, or we go in the tunnel and figure out something else. Because in my opinion, the only answers we got are in that tunnel.
Yes. And you do know that that gem has something to do with it, and it may be you don't have to fight the thing, but you have to basically keep it busy while someone does something with the gem.
A car keeps it busy while everybody else deals with the gem.
Come
You
here.
said you were going to stand up against it, right? That's
Well,
what you said earlier.
who's the fastest?
You.
Winky, you be the one that runs it off to the other tunnels.
Winky, are you the fastest?
I believe he is the
I
fastest.
believe he is.
I think so. I got a bunch of stuff to make me faster.
He's the strongest. He's the fastest.
Winky, you do realize what you're
He's the most handsome. I mean,
jumping into here, right?
he's got everything.
Are we?
Have you
Are
heard
we?
the conversation up till now?
All right, well there you go. He's in.
All right. So are we? I guess we're just gonna try to get the gem at every single point, or we're trying to get all the way to that final room and get the gem to stop the whole ceremony.
Well, remember that the ritual that was being done in the Black Mountain, the Lonely Mountain, only ended when the power source was completely removed because the guy absorbed it.
Okay.
So you may have to destroy the gem to stop it.
Okay.
I say we go straight for the power source.
Unless somebody here, did it look like a creation stone? A giant
No.
like.
It looked like one of your portal keys, but bigger.
So what we do is we send Winky into the room. He draws it out. We stay in the safe house area, the safe room area, and then we run in and then we destroy the gem. as
But that's
Winky's
when
running
we
around.
need Winky is for the destroying part.
That's true.
No.
Maybe I can do a U-turn real quick.
I think
and
I'm the
destroy
second fastest.
Okay.
Wait.
Are we counting
A car.
boots and things?
How fast are the creatures? Like, you read a book on these things. How fast are they?
That is an interesting question, Charles.
You don't know anything about its speed, but you do know it has psychic abilities that allow it to use its mind to attack. So it doesn't even have to be there.
So Nito, you're up.
Most likely, it's going to take all of you to keep it busy.
One person to break. So all of us go in.
Hmm.
Winky stays behind, breaks said stone, and we keep it distracted.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. I just want to let you know that I'm probably going to ignite fireworks as soon as I can. So try to stay out of that.
Or
If we
we
go,
get
go
the
ahead.
dead people to distract it. 'Cause-
Well, if there's dead people, but the other thing, like, if
No,
they're
the
down
dead
there and
people-
it's
Kaminoans
Here,
and
they might.
oh, in town? We take the whole town.
Who
with
knows?
us?
do
Maybe
that.
somebody wants to join.
We go piss off the Kaminoans and have them follow us into the tunnels and then
it
use
doesn't
them as
take much
distraction.
to piss them off.
I
We
think
just go,
I'll
hey,
just-
and there's an
Look,
army.
I'll just shoot an arrow and have them come and follow us.
Shoot an arrow at one of their knees.
No, because these people want to get out of this.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
if we're like, we'll help you, then they'll help us.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea, Eve.
That's
Go
a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
talk to the townspeople, see if they're
But
willing
are
to
they
help.
fast?
It doesn't matter if they're fast; they're undead.
And there's a lot of them. So
We can have a bunch of them running through the tunnels, and it's like, oh no, where do I go? And you're just sitting there destroying the gem. We explain to them what's happening. Give them a chance. We do a big old town meeting.
at the tavern.
Or
No, at where the head is. Yeah, that's. We've done this for you. We need your help.
Dynamite idea, Eve.
Very good. I like it. If it don't work, you're still here in the same spot you were in previously.
You notice a beautiful person standing to the side.
That's a weird thing to occur right now. Hello, beautiful person. Where'd you come
Now-
from?
Hello, beautiful.
This person is not. Wait, what happened? What?
They disappeared.
Oh, my screen went away. Hold on.
oh, I thought this was the beautiful person talking.
Bye bye, beautiful person.
What happened? Why am I
Wherever
here?
you were. It's a Kargath all over again.
Apologize. Hold on. I accidentally booted myself out of Forge.
Oh, do we all need to refresh once you get back in?
No, I
Probably.
shouldn't have messed with anything else. I just
Okay.
closed my window somehow.
Well, you probably have like 12 pages open right now.
Yes, I do. I was trying to write something, and apparently I hit a magical combination, which is kill the window completely.
Control Alt Delete.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't want to do that one. Okay. The person is not holding a sword like in the picture, but that's what they look like.
Whoa.
Did these? Hey, Core, like long time ago, there were these people that walked up to our camp, and you told us about them, and they were like, "Really, is this like what they look like?"
Do
Like
they?
Azamir, Azamakal.
They look like
Does this look like
Azamars?
The person looks like an Azamar, but at the same time, you notice some of the features look more alien.
Little different-ish.
Your guess
That
is it's some
sounded
kind of
nice.
thing.
Share that knowledge.
Is Did you hear our conversation? Is that why you appeared here?
Question, Charles. Would I know this since I knew about the lamprids or whatever?
Make a check. Cultism.
I'm assuming that this is the woodland virgin.
You're fairly certain that this is what's commonly referred to as a crossroads guardian. It's a type of fae that is not a real person. It's what happens when basically something in the world needs to be righted, a wrong of some kind. The magics of the universe coalesce into a being whose whole goal is to fix that wrong, and make it right.
Guys, this is a crossroads guardian.
Is this who we need to go with us?
The reason they're called crossroad guardians is in lore, they usually appear in a crossroad when someone's getting on a path that could lead them to do something heroic.
This may be the one that showed us the path.
It's like, my apologies. I didn't think I was being too vague. I showed you what happened in the past. Everything has already occurred. But I needed to understand if you had the desire to continue or to end the trouble.
Well, we definitely want to end it.
Yes, we are just very dense, and it takes a lot to get us to that right point.
I'm pretty sure they already know.
That we're dense?
No, well, that too, but
Okay.
there's a reason they actually appeared at this
You
point. Yeah.
will not be able to bring others with you on your journey, or you will not find your way.
Hmm.
Because you have to follow the lampolds to get there. But the only way to do that is you have to find your way down into the ruins and find where the lampold queen is and gain her favor.
And
She-
how she says we should do that.
She is beyond my ability to control. I am simply an agent of what must be done. But she wishes it to be done to free her friends who used to roam the surface. The forest that was here was home to many fae, and many of them have died in the centuries since this calamity.
And by gaining her favor, is destroying this beast, or do we need to gain her favor before we
You
take on this
gain
beast?
her favor, and she will guide you on your way to make sure you find the right path, because there is many traps. You will have to face some of these traps alone until you are prepared and ready. But when you get to the final confrontation, the beast is nothing to be trifled with. I'm afraid that it is beyond you. You can probably stand against it for quite a while, but I do not think you can beat it on your own.
What if we just send it back home with like a spell? Is that possible?
It would be temporary at best, but it could be
Because-
banished.
Is it because the gateway is open, it can just return through it?
Correct, and it is anchored to the gem. It used the opportunity of the dwarves opening the gateway to pass through so that it can try to do more, but it is realized that it is bound by the gem just as much as it was released from its own home.
So it can't leave some certain space beyond the gem right now?
Correct, that's why it has been trying its best to increase the spell's radius.
And that's why the Deadlands have been growing.
Its domain is wherever that spell takes effect, and it has perverted the intention of the original spell.
So get the Lampier's Queen's blessing, then destroy the
Destroying the
stone.
gem will send the creature away, but then the runes that keep the doorway closed have to be reactivated. The dwarves broke 2 of the seals, but thankfully the other 2 are still intact, so the gateway is not fully opened. If it was fully opened, more of his kind could come through.
Are
Is
these
there only one?
He is one of many.
But here?
Here, there is only one.
Okay.
It
That's
roams
all
the
I'm
hallways, but it
concerned
only
about
comes
here.
out at night.
It only comes out at night.
It spends
Mm.
all day trying to increase the spell.
I think what it means is it only comes out of that particular area
Yes.
at night.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
okay.
what I was assuming. Because that's when they were beat. It was beating on the door when we found the room. So
Apologize for the magics I used against you. I see
well,
now that you are heroes.
it's all good.
All right,
We have a lot of stuff happen.
pause for a second from play. This is out of character. Y'all have been influenced by incredibly powerful Fey magic. All of you have the option, if you want, to gain a bonus feat. It is called, I will post the link to it, but I'll tell you first. It is called Fey Influence. It is a feat that can only be given by being a recipient of powerful Fey magic.
This is cool.
I'll take it.
It's a permanent change to your biology. You
He's
become
already had that happen.
Fey.
What's new?
And later on,
I want the
there's
unicorn.
you don't get to choose.
Oh. Fine. Yeah, I just thought the idea of having Neat up with a giant horn in the middle of his forehead would
Yes.
be interesting.
Everything to do with Fae is about being as random as possible because the Fae are all random, weird, strange things. That's why gnomes are so decorative and weird because they are descendants of Fae.
Does this change our appearance as well?
Every one of them gets a different appearance change.
So just roll a d8 and see what we get.
No, I will be doing all that. You just decide whether you want this feat. It does not prevent you from gaining anything else. It does not change anything else other than you have the option to take a few other feats later on. Like when you get an ancestry feat, you could actually choose from a few Fey feats then.
I want to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Ain't a Fae. But I want to be.
I just don't want to be a gremlin.
I don't care. All of them look funny. It can be played
I
into
kinda
a
want-
different,
I kind of
interesting
do
spot. Do it. Peer
gonna
pressure,
do it.
peer pressure, peer pressure.
I'm already
Yes,
cursed.
actually, I'm going to say one thing slightly out of character about this. As soon as I saw that this thing existed and it requires powerful Fey magic, and I started this whole arc, I don't know why, but just the idea of Winky becoming more Fey just amused the heck out of me, and I thought it's something you should do.
Why?
Because as a gnome, you already are partially Fey.
Yeah.
And a lot of those things, like there's several of them that would basically give you ranged magical attacks that you could do once a day inherently.
I just had a thought though. If I do become a gremlin, I could probably ride midnight. I would be small enough.
I don't think you actually change in size. You just
Oh,
gain
okay.
gremlin
Those-
appearance.
Yeah, like bat-like
Okay.
He
ears.
gets all small and he
Okay.
can't pull his bow back.
Well, I
anymore.
kind of already have bat-like ears. They're just not big bat ears. They're kind of pointy at the end anyway.
Okay, so hold on a second while I pull up this feat. Because it's actually a thing we can drag. From in here? No, not from in here. Hold on. I have to go to the feats. Is it an ancestral feat? I think it's an ancestral feat. No, it's not that one. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to search for it. Fey influence. There it is. It's a feat feature. Okay. So who is choosing it?
Me.
Me.
I think if more than half the group decides to do it, the whole group should do it.
No, I'm good. I only want one, and I'm not gonna end up with like a unicorn horn or something. I'm good.
Come on,
No.
live a little.
No,
Take some
I'm good.
completely non-impactful
I'm also doing it.
risk.
No.
What's the worst thing that happens? Your made-up character dies.
I'm also,
No,
I'm
I
also
get
choosing
a
it as well.
unicorn horn.
No, I really want her to be a monarch, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Uh-huh.
No.
That would be awesome.
the upgrade of that allows you to grow wings and have a flight.
She was looking at the caterpillar earlier.
Then you could like crop dust heal people.
She was looking at that that
does have a
caterpillar.
swim.
What kind of
Just
crop
swim
dusting is
really
she doing?
fast, she'd be able to fly too. That'd be cool.
That would be hilarious if she got monarch because
It's a
the
fish.
caterpillar
It's a
friend
bird.
that died.
It's our healer.
No, I'm not doing it. So
Come on, Charles. RP it into making it happen for everybody.
I'm not forcing everyone.
Fine.
Okay, core.
Bum, bum.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Oh, nice!
You now have a new nickname too.
Hmm.
Now he's got to make a hole in his helm for his horn.
Does it just look like a birthday candle because like the tip's on fire all the time?
You can cast heal. That's awesome.
Hold on a second.
So cool.
It is considered a ancestry feat. It's going to actually be under feats. I got to find where I can drag it. There it is. All right, so when I drag it, does it make me pick? If it does, that's going to be nice and easy. A lot of these do that. Nope, it just did.
Crap.
This is
That
so
is-
cool.
That is not what I was supposed to do. Now everybody knows. I'm taking the Fey feat. I can't keep it hidden now.
Oops.
Oh, you put the slash on the wrong side.
Yep, and I
Yeah.
tested it right before
You
that.
can right click and
Anything
delete.
because I didn't want to give
Well,
it anything out.
I mean, I could have right clicked and delete, but if anybody saw it, there goes the whole thing. I mean,
Nope,
Hey,
nope,
what's
nobody
up?
saw it.
What's up, guys?
Saw
from the
what?
raid? We are currently we're gaining a Fey feat for a lot of the party. We've been
Or just got a unicorn horn.
yeah, he's now a
unicorn.
unicorn.
and when he turns into a werewolf, he's going to be a uniwerewolf.
Okay, so hold on a second. What this feat does is you gain trained in primal DC spell and attack rolls. You gain the Fey trait, and you gain one primal spell, which for core will be heal, which means as a innate primal spell once per day.
Nice.
What's the spell level on that?
Just well, one.
Just out of curiosity.
It does not specify. It's a primal spell.
I am going to say this. I'm taking the Fey feat, but nobody knows. Unless I physically change, and then it's obvious. So, since this is out of...
We gotta
gaming,
RP it. Yeah.
I
we gotta
hand
RP it.
I hand Hatala a small pickle lid for her face.
Here you go. I made this for you.
It's got a hole cut out for the horn.
Add spell casting, so this is going to take a second, so hold on. I was imagining being trained in primal.
I hope you guys enjoyed Grandpa Kilter's stream tonight. Thank you for joining us on the raid. If you would, hit that follow button for us if you haven't already.
Yeah, we're on the quest for 50 followers.
Yep. Got to hit 50. And then after that, we're gonna ramp it up.
We're on
To
that quest for 2
55.
followers. Actually, I'm going to tell y'all, G Imagine That told me one of his boys was watching us the other week. So we do have 2 followers.
Okay.
All right. For right now, it's a level 1 spell is the way it is.
Thank you for supporting Grandpa's grandchildren and their weird friends.
We're only slightly weird. We're smarter than we should
Slightly?
be at times.
Speak for yourself, sir. I am completely weird, and it's okay.
You gotta support
Yeah, I'll
people
type
who
it on the
made
comment on the
Grandpa a
smart part.
grandpa.
Yeah, right. He would just be killed you if he wasn't a grandpa.
Or, when you accept the Fey gift, a horn grows out of the center of your forehead, and the red gem that you have grows along with it, so it's a red gemmed unicorn horn.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I think he just regretted this decision.
I don't know how to cover that up. Is there like some makeup to kind of?
There's some ointment. We'll give you some.
I'm gonna have to
ointment.
get it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get a new
I don't
helmet
know.
that makes it look like it's built in.
You know,
Oh,
It just
yeah, what you
slips
do
over
is
the
you just
horn.
get a helmet that's got a horn on it, like
That's what
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
only those with a Fey trait can see these modifications.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh. It's like my ring of the discretion.
So Eve has no idea that I have a unicorn horn.
Nobody has changed anyone, Eve. Eve doesn't see anything different with any of you.
We all just start going.
It's so cool. Like what?
Eve's like, y'all are just as crazy.
She
as
just
you've
ignores
always
us as
been."
usual because we're always like
She
this.
starts talking with the townspeople like, "Is this what they were doing yesterday?"
No, they didn't even come in the door.
We were.
But
It's like
because of that, you all now have the trait of being a Fey, so things that affect Fey can affect y'all.
That could be fatal.
Yeah, nice.
Got there before need up for a change.
I see that your dad's stash is having effects on your personality.
What
Yep,
affects Fey?
it's giving him power. The
Hatala,
dad stash.
turn.
She's gonna get the butterfly wings.
Okay, Anteater.
Oh!
It means once per day you can do grim tendrils.
She's a man eater.
y'all.
You
I
can launch
know-
your tongue forward as a deadly attack, holding grim tendrils.
Well then.
Hey, to work with being a little halfling and eating things all the time.
Now you're just gonna be snatching snacks from everywhere.
Oh no, she just turned into Jar Jar.
Oh,
Oh no!
the final transformation has begun.
Oh, he's really a Sith Lord. Everybody knows it.
Alright, let's drag the Fey influence
Lisa
on you.
hopefully falls into traps.
And let me give you your spell casting now, because you now have an extra magical form of heal.
Nice.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Innate, primal, no, primal spell casting, create. Grim tendrils once per day. Alright, it's going quicker. I've got this figured out now. Winky! Let's see, what did you get? Okay, you got Monarch.
Well,
There's a butterfly.
You also got spider sting with that. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Poison attack.
And it's a save based spell, so it's always gonna hit unless they roll like a critical success.
Yeah, I was about to say because even at a success, it's still half damage.
Mhm. So we have an anteater, a unicorn, a monarch.
I really
Gotcha.
would have liked to get cursed bluebird almost. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, Blooper was
Yeah, I
cool.
saw that one.
Fawn was really cool. That would have helped out a lot.
I'm gonna get stuck as a dryad.
Like the upgrade to Monarch later on allows you to once per day grow wings of a butterfly and have flight the same as your regular speed.
Is that through Fey
Winky
Ascension
was
or
one of the
Transcendence?
fastest things on the map. Huh?
Trying to figure out how that goes.
I'm kind of like now I'm kind of hoping for Gremlin. Gives that bane ability. You fill your enemies with doubt. It's a nice little debuff. Now that I know that it doesn't actually change your size.
Alright, Winky, you're done. Now for a car.
Well, I would assume that's through Fey Ascension.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Okay. A car, you're a cat Sith.
I'm a Sith Lord now.
No, you're a kitty cat.
Kitty cat Sith Lord.
You just knock coffee off the desk.
Give you your trait.
Polymorph transmutation. Ooh, this could help with my stuffy stuff ability. Ooh, it gives me scent too. Oh, that's nice.
Let's add in your spellcasting. Innate, primal, create,
Nice.
and then you get pest form. You can turn into a cat.
Atala, did you see that you get to cast slow?
I can
Next
turn
level.
into a cat at will, Core. You have to put yourself in a bag.
That would be Fey Ascension.
Yeah, basically, there's several feats that boost these abilities and do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is that. Car is done. Now for the last man standing.
Me!
Or should I say the last dwarf?
Yes.
Gremlin, 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 gremlin. Turn into a gremlin! Fill your enemies with doubt with your pun damage.
Dryad.
I call it.
Hey, that actually works really good for you. That's
No, I
actually
just look Rocky with like vines for a beard instead.
yeah, and you
Becoming
can,
more of a druid.
you'll
Yeah.
be a fungus guy.
I know we said there was a unicorn for me, horn. Were there other physical Fey traits that we have noticed?
I'll get to that in a second. Sorry, I'm just doing the character sheets right now.
No worries, no worries.
Mine's only. It looks like it's only seen when I do my attack.
Well, I'm a cat person. Definitely e-girling it up over here. Meow.
I really would have liked the blue feathers.
I would have liked to not have had that image.
Sorry, Cord.
But now you have to redo your character to look like an e-girl.
All right.
Well,
have-
none of our viewers are Fae, so they can't see it.
I'll help. I'll make sure to get it done.
And Neat up, you're done. And making sure I got everyone's stats correctly.
What level that summon plants end up being? Or I can cast it at
It's
whatever level I
It's
want.
level 1.
Oh.
If you look at your spell sheet, it should pop up in the list of your spell sheet stuff. So that's where my pest form went. Because the primal innate spell stuff popped up for me.
Alright. So let's see. Dryad, your body is covered with elegant vines. Monarch, you have vestigial, almost insect-like features. So basically, Winky's eyes look a little more buggy. And then with Unicorn, it's a magical horn. Actually, I'm going to give you a chance for it not to actually be a horn growing out of your head.
That would have been an interesting werewolf.
Wow.
Nope, it's a horn growing out of your head.
Definitely 100% a horn out of your head.
I got a question. If I didn't pick if I didn't pick the thing, would I still be able to see them since technically gnomes are descendant of Fae?
You would still be able to see them because you're descendants of Fae.
Yeah.
So everything is done.
Well, I'm loving the horn, man. It looks great. I love the red glistening horn. It looks like it could do a lot of damage. Just headbutt somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like a cat, so.
Yeah, you got the little.
And someone with the ability of true seeing can see the changes as well.
So a car does have little
So I can see y'all.
cat ears.
He has more feline features than previously.
Oh.
Did my nose change into a little cute button nose?
No, you just your beard, your mustache almost looks like whiskers from a distance if people don't pay attention.
Ooh, okay, I'm liking that. Okay.
But as I say, there are several things that can be done with this later on, and there's some fairly high level ones too eventually.
Needip just looks like he's been accessorizing with leaves.
Well, I mean, three of my party has Fae now, so we have to watch out for those weaknesses later.
Like, just to give one good example, Cannibalize Magic is something y'all could get at 13th level that allows you to take one of your magical items and temporarily drain it of power and get twice its level in hit points added to yourself.
Ooh,
Jeez.
that sounds nasty.
You just keep a bunch of cheap wands in your pack, you can just, there's some health.
We shall never die. Well, I can see that three of us, two including myself, that have changed in taking this Fae feat. Loving the horn over there. The vines need up, looking pretty nice over there. I like the little, it adds to your
I was
character.
hoping someone got fawn so they could have goat feet.
I'm liking the
I could have.
vines.
Yeah, I could have
pretty
run with
nice.
that one.
Literally.
Little cloven hooves.
All right. So he basically is there for a few minutes and then he vanishes again.
So we have to go by ourselves and destroy the crystal or
Y'all have
the gem.
You'll have to navigate the traps until you get to the door that has sealed.
To where the crack was,
And
right?
The one that the ring opens.
Alright, can you get your camera to focus a little bit?
Yeah, it keeps picking on Pikachu.
You know he's really the star of the show, but
Whatever. Whatever. I'm just a car.
I'm just a
Get
girl.
some yellow paint and paint
I'm
midnight.
I'm just a transport from one place to another.
Right. We're off down the tunnels now.
Definitely using the side edges. I'm not walking to that sludge. I'm assuming it's getting cleaner, but I'm still not walking through it.
Yes, the water is now clean, and you can see bits of the nasty stuff flowing away now.
all right. We all had the same dream, right? So we all know which directions to go.
Exactly.
Well, apparently we don't, because the Fey creature literally told us we don't, and that we need to make friends with the creatures that we utilized to do it in the dream, so that we would know the way to go. Were you not listening to the entire
The
conversation?
Lampiers.
We have to find
No.
the
A
Lampiers
Akara
first.
has to go get married to the Lampier Queen.
Yes, that was
Wait,
exactly.
wait, wait.
what
Why,
was
why are we
stated.
talking? Wait, whoa.
Got it.
Where
Let's
did
go.
marriage come up? Where did marriage
Well,
come up?
we're already
that's
going
why
with
you accepted the Fey thing.
Yeah, that was part
not
of it.
This thing, like it's. So you looked more enticing.
I thought it was all
Oh,
like
is that what that was? I
Yes.
completely missed
Yeah.
that. I
thought
completely
The
That
queen
was the
has
whole
leanings
reason.
towards cats and
Yeah.
e-girls.
Can we try to avoid me getting married? I'm
That was the
living
whole plan. Without
But
that
you
plan,
know, I'm
we
still
failed.
young.
Don't
I'm
know.
still a young bachelor. I can live like.
Well,
I thought you were
300
like
years.
70.
No, I'm only 35.
You're the oldest one here, I think. Maybe Hatala. I don't know how old Hatala is.
No, I'm younger by just a few years.
Well, I mean, I believe I'm 35.
So you
that makes me
definitely
one
in the
of
range
youngest
where you need to be thinking about getting married.
I
happen
can
to
live
know a
like
lady
200, man.
who is
200,
also
300.
She's also a queen.
I'm gonna be
Her head
walking.
is still
We'll
attached
see. We'll see
to her
how it
mother,
goes when we get
probably.
there. We'll see how it goes when we get
Okay.
there.
If I make it to the door to where the queen is before a car does, I'd like to open it and make an announcement of like a
Your
car.
prince has
and-
arrived.
Right, exactly. I mean, y'all stood there talking, so my thought was, Nadep's just like, all right, let's go.
You're like, that was a piece I missed. Now I'm fully tracking. Thank you for filling me in. So Nadep 100% believes this is the plan.
Yes.
Yes, and the whole I plan on going for a car to get all the way through the marriage ceremony, and then right as he's done, we go April Fools, whatever the right date is.
Well, it may not have happened on your world, but in our world, it happened to fall on April Fools. So, sorry.
Just say to death do us part and then cut her head off. It'll be fine.
But we needed her help. We still need
Oh,
her help.
I'm still not understanding like
We have to get to the tunnels. We need
All
him
right.
to light the way.
You're now in the sewer, going along the sides, and you can see the handiwork of that creature, where some of the drained and ground up corpses that it's left behind.
Dake's in here. Winky, did you fart?
nothing like blaming it on the man that's like 30, 40, 50 miles away. You know?
All right. After traveling a little bit down the way, you see a pathway that looks like the one from the dream.
Uh-oh.
All right, Winky, you were leading us.
Is the queen living down here as well?
Yes, let's find your betrothed.
Oh god.
Do you have a pet name for her?
Queenie?
Dawn.
No, Queenie.
I have Midnight and Dawn.
The
That was
confusion.
actually scared me.
Here's what's really bad. I just sent her a message going, I forgot what you were going to do. And then I look up and I see her up there and I was like, oh yeah, pick up my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, Elijah didn't even track it. Nope.
Well, he's
Hey,
doing
Eli.
something else. He hasn't been paying attention.
Look.
And watching
Mom.
something else.
Because normally she comes in Dad's camera like that, and I was like, what the heck?
Okay, you want to take a quick bio break?
Yes, that'll work.
We'll be right back after these not messages.
This is Bob.
Light where his sun don't shine?
Mm-hmm. Exactly that.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
But tell us, walk us through it.
I'm confused.
The Fae that lit my butt in the first place that we all met under the tree. Remember those little Fae creatures that lit my butt up?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that blessed us with the face stuff?
No,
Oh.
they're not high level Fae.
They go tell their daddy or something? What happened? I don't understand. What's the point of the story?
Elijah asked if they were Fae. It's like, yes, they were. And that's where that conversation started.
Ah.
He said they stole my pants, but technically I never had pants on, so they just lit my butt on. Made my butt alight.
So at this point, Core
Mm-hmm.
is werewolf, fae, dragon, human, and unicorn fae.
Yep, just a standard human, right?
That's a weird looking family tree right there.
Yeah. Got about the elemental influence as well.
Yeah,
Just Titan.
fire.
Fire Titan.
Hmm.
All right, we ready?
Yes, sir. Take us whenever you want.
Okay, back to the adventures. You see down a passageway that you think is the one from your dreams. Do you travel down it?
Yes. I think we're gonna attempt to remember our collective dream together and navigate through.
I think we need to find the queen.
Well, we still have to follow the path.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go along, eventually you start noticing things look different than in your dream.
It has been many, many years.
Ways have been collapsed over time. Other paths appear to be dug through walls, things like that.
So this confirms our idea that this is a remembering of the past that we saw and not a premonition of the future.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I think that Faye guy also said that's exactly what it was.
Sorry.
He was looking at his shoe.
I was looking at the cool rocks and these leafy things that are now in my face. I make like a basket out of the plants that are growing in my beard. Just constantly like weaving out a basket.
All right, hold
As
on.
it-
I'm
As
doing
it grows.
I'm doing 100 percentile.
Okay.
You asked for it.
Got a 5. No.
Your tendrils out of your beard can be used as smoke tobacco.
All right.
Hey!
so I can just smoke my beard. Cool.
No, the leaves.
Can I just...
The leaves happen to be just like your favorite tobacco pipe weed.
I gotcha.
You have to dry them out and process them. You can't just stick your beard in your pipe and smoke it.
So
Smoke yourself.
I think what I would be doing is like plucking them as they get to the right and then like tying them together with my beard hair to let them like hang from my beard and dry the rest of the way. So slowly I'm looking more and more and more like a bush as I'm generating more and more and more dried leaves on my beard.
Wow.
Okie dokie. All right. You come down a bit of a ways and you see a splitting of the pathway. You're not sure which way to go.
Can we do like a perception check down each hallway to see if there's anything different about them?
Yes.
Core, did the horn get in your eye?
It's a little shiny. I'm getting used to it.
Okay. You cannot tell any major difference between any of the corridors, but a car, you're fairly certain the one to the left might be the one in your dream.
Tala, you're pretty sure it's the one in the other direction.
The fact that I took some.
I'm gonna check for traps on the hallway and then continue walking to the left.
As you check for traps, Hatala starts freaking out that you're stepping on a trap right now.
Watch out! Watch out! Don't step there.
I don't put my foot. I keep my foot in the air and go like, wait, what?
They're right there, right where you're about to step. That's a trap.
I put my foot 1 foot to the side and I step next to it and then I keep walking.
Okay, everybody, right this area trap. I'm not gonna disarm it or anything, but just avoid it. Okay.
Okay. At the end of that corridor, you find it going back towards a path that you much more remember from your dream. Your guess is at some point you went past this corridor from the other side and you saw this passage, but it wasn't the one you went in your dream because of changes in the place since that time. Okay. You come to a small chamber that is like one of the ones y'all went through in the dream, but you notice this chamber has signs of combat in the chamber. Scratches on the wall, clattered, broken bits of tile everywhere, broken pieces of weapons on the floor, things like that that have rusted away over time.
We look to see if the gateway or the giant portal is in this room.
Much smaller than that room. Much smaller than that room.
Okay.
I completely changed the sound setting. Oops.
So the gouges in the wall, they look like claw marks from the shadow beast.
Various different things. You're not sure exactly.
Okay.
Cannibal dwarves.
Needed.
Yes.
You notice one section of the wall has a break in it going off into the ground somewhere, and there are claw marks of something large penetrating the wall, climbing up into that hole and going away. It looks like something hunts through this room occasionally.
Hey Winky, you want to take a look up in this hole? No?
It's like 30 foot up a sheer wall.
He can do the extend-a-pole thing, right?
As an attack, not as a launch himself away. He's not Goku.
Okay. I'll let everybody else know that it looks like something has been coming through hunting. Kind of point out the hole in the ceiling.
At hope.
Did you want to seal that up real quick?
Can
Throw
I,
some stone at it.
I mean, I could try if
Um,
y'all want me to.
Can I use my armor and like super jump to see if I can get through the hole?
but there's a super dangerous creature that it hunts.
Just punch it with your hammer. Come back down.
And then make it fill in the hole.
You just hear a loud crunch from the hole. That's it. Winky never descends.
Y'all keep going.
Yeah.
Do y'all want me to seal it up, or are we just gonna leave it?
I
mean,
if it's the
I have a feeling it's gonna find a different way.
yeah,
That there's,
it probably
I doubt it's a
knows.
one way in, one way out kind of situation.
Rather just keep moving.
All right. You'll make it a little further on, and you find an area that is. You can tell this was part of the dwellings of the dwarves down here. There's a couple rooms and chambers and things like that. You're pretty sure y'all just walked straight through this area previously.
Are we going in circles?
You do not feel that so far.
Yeah, I want to start using my chalk.
Okay. The one thing you are noticing, as the further you go, the walls are starting to look more like they have like waves and ripples in them.
Like in the formation or like active movement.
You know, like, you know how normally their walls are made of bricks and things like that?
Right.
The lines that make up the bricks are starting to wander as it goes down, like the bricks are being twisted.
Okay.
Probably maybe follow that to its source.
Yellow Brick Road. Yeah.
Now, your guess is the amount of raw chaos energy in the area is so much that it's messing up the magical bricks.
Ah, okay.
Your guess is, based off that, any use of Arcana might be extremely dangerous down here.
Everybody turns and looks at me.
Look, man, it's all primal.
Yeah. It's me and Hatala that
Ah.
have to worry.
No, you're still arcane magic.
Okay. It's just not Arcana class.
I wonder if this is why your magic was messing up on the surface as well.
Maybe it affected your shooting too.
Who knows? But I don't use magic for shooting. That's all skill, baby.
I was trying to give you an out, man, but okay.
Hey, I haven't shot anybody in a long time. Well,
We have not shot anyone in a while.
Do you want a shovel, or are you good digging with your own mouth?
no, we can keep digging.
All right, we'll keep going down the tunnel. A car leading the way, of course.
The ranger's the one in front. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-huh.
It's also like a minesweeper.
Oh yeah, I'm checking for traps, bro.
But okay, yeah. May you be 100% effective.
Man, I cannot spell tonight.
Or just fast enough to get out of the way so you guys hit
Neither can we, because this weird chaos energy.
it.
I heard the bop.
Yeah.
Hey, a car.
Yeah, what's up?
Tell the thing in your chest quit looking at me. It's got to be it.
But I'm
There's
ahead of
something
you.
watching me. Yeah, I know. It's
I'm a-
like staring through your spine or something. Like, I feel like I'm being watched.
Well, that's new. I've never seen an eyeball on my back, but okay.
I mean, I
You
groan
sure
and
it's
roll
not
my
something
eyes.
else watching you?
I don't know, but I feel watched.
And then I turn to look at him, like, you know, chest directly at him. It's like, did it get worse? Do you feel it now? Is it worse? Bad? Good? All right, whatever. We're going to continue on. So you're being watched. Cool. I'm looking for traps, man. You're distracting me, okay?
I want to just
Made it really hard for me not to have us blow up, okay?
I'd say I'd be a little heightened, looking around to see if anyone's looking.
This
Or
is
just get taller.
well, it depends on if you measure up the top of the horn or not.
Alright, it is lunchtime, and y'all have found a small little alcove that's fairly defensible to eat at.
How convenient.
Okay.
Just heard a maniacal laugh from one of my children in the background.
Well, food?
I have no idea.
That's kind of how I feel right now. It's like there's going to be a maniacal laugh somewhere in the distance.
Well, y'all keep getting worried about stuff, but we're here trying to find Fae, and we're classically should understand that Fae like to mess with you, but also they can be secretive, and they're probably watching us.
Well, what we learned from, that
Hold
guy
your
back
tongue,
there,
ma'am. Hold your tongue.
What we learned from that guy back there is he's a mind dude, so he probably already knows we're here. So
What?
What?
he uses the mind. He doesn't have to actually be there to attack. He
Talking
uses
about
mind attacks. So I'm
Are
assuming.
you talking about the
He's
haggis?
talking about the bad thing.
A
the
car.
weird snake dude?
A car.
Yeah, what's up?
Let me see your canteen.
No.
I want to see it. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Winky.
You're gonna spit in my canteen? Why do you want my canteen?
What?
Use your canteen.
Talk to my rat.
Why?
He's upset. He's upset. I don't know why. I can't speak to animals.
Okay.
Yo,
Well,
rat,
why are
what's
you
up?
upset?
He
No,
has
you have to-
feelings. Winky.
You have to do it like Kronk talking to squirrels. Yeah. You have to speak in the
I
squirrel.
don't know if he's seen that movie.
You've seen Emperor's New Groove, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
You know how
I've seen it.
you know how Kronk talks to squirrels?
Squeaker, squeaky, squeaking, squeaking.
Yes. Come on, man.
Squeaker, squeaking.
Be really good. Because then you'd make Charles have to respond like that. You have to think about your actions and the consequences that they make for
Winky,
everybody.
I try to speak to the rat. Yes, I.
What?
Do you see your message?
Oh shoot!
The observance on this guy is awesome.
Does he get like a -5 to perception checks at all time?
No. He says some little guy stole his cracker.
How rude.
I'll give him
Clarification,
another.
Elijah gets -5. Winky, I don't know what his is.
I don't know. I think it'd be funnier if like we all just randomly got a trivia question on what's going on at the moment. And we get either a plus or a minus based on the response.
That would be interesting.
You either get advantage or disadvantage based on your response to ensure the compliance. I don't know.
That would mess me up because a lot of times I'm fiddling with sound, so I'm like, wait, what?
I'm busy trying to think of 3 steps ahead and which other thing I'm gonna do.
Alright, did you say something, Eve?
I just said I was gonna give him another cracker.
Okay. The rat seems happy again.
And I'm just gonna hold him like right and watching him eat his cracker.
Yeah, make sure you eat that cracker. Don't let that one get stolen.
You talking to the mouse?
Yeah. Winky said he got his cracker stolen, so just to make sure you eat that one.
So what stole the cracker? Fae?
Well, I'm assuming it's Fey creatures.
Can we just say hi to the Fae? Anyone speak Fae? Is that a language?
I can give them another cracker if they want a cracker.
Yeah, let's make friends.
I'll pull
Well-
out another cracker and just.
Where'd all these crumbs come from?
Pretty sure that's dandruff. You didn't take a shower.
I know I didn't put crumbs in my hair. Thanks, Hatala.
It's, you know, classically, you don't really, you know, you don't clean up well.
I clean up all the time, thank you. I just happen to have a affinity of falling into nasty places, so that's why I clean up.
Whoa,
on a
whoa,
regular
whoa, whoa, whoa!
basis.
There's no reason to have that kind of crummy attitude.
Hey! She said I don't bathe. I bathe all the time. I just have an affinity to falling into nasty places. That's why I try to bathe more.
Are you trying to
often
say
than
we need to find
rest of you.
the poop area now to?
No, look at Neetup over here. He hasn't bathed in like 3 weeks, guys. I can't believe you can't smell him.
But he doesn't have dandruff in his hair.
This isn't dandruff. It's crumbs.
Where'd the crumbs come from?
Yeah, where did the
I don't know. It looks like from a cracker of some sort.
What's above you?
I didn't see anything. It's just the ceiling.
Let's keep giving them crackers to see if we can get it.
We just need to crack some more crackers on his head.
I like this.
Put the crackers on my head. That way that it's already there.
We'll all take turns doing it. That way we can communicate. That's.
Okay. Y'all have finished eating your food, and all the crackers y'all offered have disappeared.
Are they all crumpled up on top of a car's head?
No, but everyone's finding cracker crumbs in various spots. Sometimes in your pocket, sometimes up your sleeve.
Very messy eaters.
Every time I find some, I'd like to present it to Hatala. You want this? Try to
Hatala,
be.
you notice that Needup's beard has been woven into a heart.
Love you too, buddy.
Huh?
Oh, you
I
just.
hope they didn't mess with his weed.
You hear a lot of laughing up above us, just uncontrollable giggling.
No, but you do smell some smoke coming from the distance.
Oh,
Not the good stuff.
Neetup, they took the good stuff. Now you gotta wait another 2 weeks for the other stuff to dry.
I just focus really hard. Making resin.
Oh my god. Alright.
I apologize.
You guys are funny.
Okie dokie. After a little bit, you do see a section that has one of Core's marks on it up ahead.
I walk up to it and I say, it looks like somebody who writes just like you has been here before, Core.
You know,
Yeah, I wonder how long this chalk has been here.
you notice the handwriting is atrocious.
It's yours.
Core, is this yours?
No, I'm pretty
Looks
well
exactly
practiced.
like his other notes, doesn't it?
No, it's
Does
all
it-
over the place. Whoever wrote it had trouble holding the chalk.
Oh, but it looks so good. Like, exactly like Core.
It fooled us so well. Let's move on to the
I
next
thought Core
spot.
had calligraphy skills, guys.
Shut up. Let's go. Look, if I'm able to pick up on this, you're able to pick up on this. If not, just shut up and follow us. No, just
No, that kind
I guess he can read, but he can't write. I was, oops, my bad.
Can I use creation powers to like raise up a piece of rock right in front of a car's foot, make him trip?
Oh my god.
I have great dexterity. So
Could be humorous.
Oh,
Break his humerus.
don't break my humerus.
All right. Y'all travel a little bit more, and you find an area that has obviously been cleaned recently.
Is it just an open area? A room?
Make a perception.
Okay.
It's a section of hallway that has had every bit of dust, grime, and everything else removed from it. And you notice in this one section that's the cleanest part of it, there's some slight staining that your guess used to be blood.
It's like a body outline, or is it like
Talk outline.
So like,
No, it's
I
up
meant-
against the wall.
I meant like size of pool of blood.
There's a section of almost bloody looking stain up against the wall that's about a foot across.
Some either got thrown really hard into that wall, or they got slammed against that wall. I'm looking for traps.
All right, make a roll.
Hey, a car. You know how many goblins it takes to paint a wall?
No,
It depends on how hard you throw them.
or how big they are.
If you can't throw them hard
Why
enough, they
would
don't
you
pop.
say that joke right now?
I don't
You
know.
do find a trap, and it looks like it has been disarmed.
Yeah,
Because we have
there's
Fae.
definitely a trap here.
I was trying to tell a funny joke about goblins, which are typically not liked by any other race. It's a well-constructed joke, sir. Thought it through.
The fact that you had to explain it is sad.
You can tell that the section of the wall has basically a spring-loaded stone cylinder.
Spring-loaded stone cylinder, but it is disarmed, and I
Yeah.
am 100%
You
sure.
would have shot it out right at the level of that mark.
Yeah, something disarmed this trap, guys, but that was definitely a trap. Vitala, you see it too, right?
No.
Oh, we'll continue on. Akara thinks he's like got one up on Hatala. I know she saw it. She definitely saw it. She had to see it.
You
She's much
find
better than us.
one of those alcoves like you had lunch in, but this time it is got a area where it looks like a pot and a small tree is growing. The tree is not the most healthy tree in the world, but it is a living tree.
I give some of my water from my flask to the tree.
Do you put it in the
How
pot,
did you
or do you just
survive
pour it
down
on the
here,
tree?
little dude? I am the protector of forests through my deity.
Okay. You travel a little bit further, and now you start hearing the sound of plates and bowls and cups and talking and things like that. It's getting close to dinner time. Y'all are going much slower than when you're in your dream.
Is there like now is there a situation where like we would know of that we're not supposed to take food from Fae or anything of that nature? Or
We are
does it?
still in the rules of not eating anything here.
Okay.
We're eating our rations and our rations only.
Yeah, I know we're coming up to who knows what. I want us to be aware.
As you're going, you see a light in the distance from underneath the door. And the sounds of eating and revelry seem to be coming from in there.
Taking the dips up.
I definitely want to go check that out.
Okay. What do you do?
Walk up to, I'm assuming a closed door, he said.
Yes.
I'd like to listen at the door and see.
And you hear the sound of revelry. Very distinctly coming from the other side of the door.
Is the
Is
door
it-
locked?
Is it on like traditional bugle or is it like stringed instrument?
It's not a song, it's the sound of revelry.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll
Ha, ha,
crack the door open just a little bit.
As you open the door, the light's gone and the sound's gone and nothing's in there. It's a dusty old room.
Ah, they got us again. I'm gonna do like a very exaggerated like knee slap.
And you can hear the sound coming from further down the hallway now.
Oh, there it is again. I'm gonna take off towards the sound. Y'all go follow me?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you going?
You found the doorway with the sound coming again.
I'm gonna pause for just a second and then like quickly yank the door open.
All right, and as soon as the door opens a crack, even the lights go out, the sound's gone, everything's gone, and it's a dusty old room.
We'll close the door back and see if it goes back to making noise, or if
Now,
it's further down the hallway.
You can see it again, hear it again.
All right,
Perhaps we should knock next time.
all right. How many more times are y'all willing to do this?
I mean, it's
They
only
seem to be enjoying it.
9. We
and-
got another hour of the session, so.
Maybe we should not.
We
I
run down the
definitely-
hallway to the next room, and I knock on the door this time.
You hear an abrupt, like, you know the sound of the record scratch when the party starts? You hear that sound, basically,
Yeah.
and you hear whispering. You go ahead. No, you go answer it. No, you. Hello?
No, the proper response is "Who's there?"
I know who's there. Do you?
A cow.
I know who I am.
Do you?
What kind of joke-
Now you're making me question my
And the
existence.
sound starts getting the voice becomes extremely ominous as it says, "Do you really?" Like a low guttural
Oh,
sound.
no.
Do you really?
I think based on Nadeb's recent like werewolf transformation and everything else that he's been going through, he may like just drop to his knees, and like, no, I don't know.
It's Nita. It's okay. It's okay. Relax. I think they're just messing with you, but
I give him
understand
I
that was
give Nita
difficult.
a piece of cheese out of my bag. Here you go. Here, take
Like
that.
smelling salts, like stick it up on her nose.
Come back to us.
Here you go.
Jeez.
Here.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Yes, we know who we are. Who are you?
You hear nothing.
Is there partying further down the hallway?
No. It's just everything's silent on the other side of the door.
Well, that was freaky.
I opened the
Let
door.
somebody else do the next
lights
thing.
Still on, and you can still smell the food from the room.
You open the door.
As
You
I
open
walk to the door, I want to say we request to see your queen. We
You're
would like to
starting
speak
to
with
say
her.
that, and Nita opens the door, and the lights go out, and it's a dusty old room again.
We need to seek.
You can hear the party from down the hallway again.
We need to ask them if we can speak with their queen. We need to speak with them.
Not
speak
it.
with her.
I'm done. I was trying to be fun, and then they were mean.
Well,
I'm
that's
done.
what they do, Nita. That's what they do.
Well, you go do it.
Okay. I knock on the next door.
Yes.
We would like to have to be able to stand in the presence of your great queen.
Camera's fuzzy.
Oh, no. You wouldn't survive. You're too delicate.
We're trying to rid this place of the chaos that is ensuing here.
But they like chaos. Don't tell them
And
that.
I know, but we want their chaos, not the ultimate chaos.
What do you want? As I said, I can't get you the queen.
Can you lead us to her?
As I said, I can't get you the queen.
What if we just asked him to lead us to the gateway room?
Can you lead us to the gateway room?
You're boring. This is boring.
You're mean.
Nita, quick, pull my pants down.
I'll look away.
No, thank you. It's not fun when I'm told to do it. That's just
And you
weird.
just you hear Gluttero laughing from the other side now. What do you want? We're not going to help you go anywhere.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure. Are you?
No, I have no idea. I'm asking for your help.
You're asking a Fae for help.
Well, I am a
How
Fae
many
myself.
legends are there about this?
I am a Fae myself.
You know many, many, many stories as an occult lore person that you don't go asking the Fae for help. You bargain with the Fae. And the bargains are almost always against you. Even when they're for you, they're still against you because the Fae are smarter than everyone. Mainly because they twist every single thing everyone ever says to be what they want it to be.
Car, try bringing up the Crossroad Guardian.
The Crossroad Guardian has sent us to rid this place of the ultimate chaos.
Oh, that guy is so boring.
Yes, I know. We love your tricks. They are funny.
I'm falling asleep as I talk to you. And the lights go out.
Well, I tried.
You
At
can
least
hear
I
the one more time from the distance.
At least I didn't get made fun of.
No, you're just called the most boring thing they've ever met, besides the Guardian.
That's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. Because the guy that was trying to have fun also got.
But you hear the sound of revelry coming from another room again.
I said we go the opposite way, guys.
I pull out my trumpet and play taps. Now let's go check the room.
Okay. You can
Anybody
hear
else want to give a shot?
What do y'all do?
Guess I'll knock this time, even though I have no clue what to do.
Alright. You hear yes?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo!
That's so stupid! What do you want?
Everybody starts laughing. Just everybody start laughing.
Okay. Do you know how to get to the Dwarven Gateway room with the thingy happen thing?
The big gold arch.
And he starts.
He
Oh.
doesn't know, guys. He's not gonna be helpful.
So these two
He's-
cabbages were rolling through town, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this wagon came and just right through one of the cabbages. They rushed the cabbage off to the healer, and the healer's got him in the back of the hut. The other cabbage is rolling back and forth in front of the hut. And finally, the witch doctor comes out and says, "I've got good news. I've got bad news. The good news is your friend's gonna be okay. The bad news is he's gonna be a vegetable the rest of his life."
Y'all are funny. What do you want?
We want to go play a prank. You know the big gold arch.
It's not the right time to play pranks.
Why?
That's not fun.
We're having a party.
We'd like to go to a party.
Well, why didn't you say? And the door opens.
All right.
A car, you should have told. Car, you didn't tell him?
The one thing you didn't do is say, "Can we come in?" Because it's rude to sneak into someone's party.
Hmm.
Oh, that deserves a forehead slap.
Could have had a V8.
You see inside the room, there's probably about 20 or 30 different Fae, some sprites, some gremlins, a few cat Sith walking around. Everybody's having fun. There's giant plates and cups everyone's eating. They're like, "Come on in. You're welcome to revel. You're welcome to eat if you want to." And you can tell he's saying it in such a way that he does not recommend it. He seems to actually be genuinely concerned about you, which is surprising for a Fae.
I want to mingle with the cat Sith folks. So yeah, I'm recently a cat Sith. How is life treating you?
Are you like somebody that's recently gone vegan and that's all that they'll talk about?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, well,
I feel
with
like that
people
tracks
within,
for your character.
yeah, and
You see in one corner of the room, one of the guys that's got a little ball of light and he's like rolling it back and forth between his hands.
You look like David Bowie.
Yes, he's doing that. He doesn't look like David Bowie, but he's doing that thing with the ball.
Because David Bowie can't actually do that thing with the ball,
Correct.
he's doing the David Bowie.
but Jareth can.
Yes. Jareth is one of my favorite characters ever.
Mm. I love that movie.
Stay a while. You have your own food. You're welcome to eat with us. Although, it would be nice if you shared. And then one of the little fairies comes flying up to Eve, pats the rabbit on the head, and then flies back around.
I'll start handing out samples from my beard that I have like tucked away in further back places. Passing them out to the Fae.
You notice that there is a small potted tree like the one you found in that hallway in one side of the room, and in it is an old, withered-looking dryad who seems to be trying to have fun.
Can I pick him up and put him in my beard?
Dryads are females, all of them, and they're
yeah.
free.
Does that mean Nita is now female?
Can I graft her into my beard?
No, your beard is not a tree, so you can't do that.
Okay.
They die without their tree.
Well, then I'd like to try and do some attention to the tree. No.
Make a nature check.
See Nidep stroll up to the tree. Say, wouldn't that be fun?
Ooh,
All right.
nice roll.
You manage to assist the tree in getting a little bit stronger and healthier, and the dryad seems to be very appreciative. She almost has a tear in her eye.
Glad I could help.
As y'all are playing and
Is
partying,
this the same tree that we saw earlier in the other little room?
no, but it's one just like it.
Okay.
Your guess is that one may have a dryad in it as well. As y'all are sitting there, you notice up in the tops of the room are 3 creatures. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull up the link for them real quick.
Ooh, fun pictures. I like pictures.
They're just sitting motionlessly in the air.
They're just sitting there menacingly.
That would definitely be menacingly. That is terrifying.
Do we identify these as the monster from our nightmare?
No,
Nope.
because we're not stupid.
What are these things?
You can make an occult
Turn
roll.
background
Right?
work.
I'm already on it. I'm on it, boss.
Make a cult.
Yep.
Oh,
That thing
nice
looks
try.
bad.
Nice try.
Core, you don't know specifically what they are, but you have heard of them before, and you know that they're basically one of the most dangerous killers in the Fey world. A car, you recognize them as a creature called an Anku, which is basically the Fey equivalent of a Fey bodyguard slash hitman. And they basically are treated like living weapons that are just set up on a wall and used whenever someone disrespects a Fey that's very powerful.
I want to
not
turn.
pet.
I
It could
turn
be
to
fake.
everybody and be like, don't do your best not to disrespect anybody, because homeboys over there, yeah, they're living weapons, and they might destroy you. Just so you know.
Each one of those is a match for the entire party.
We don't want to piss those guys off, but the good
How
thing
many of them are
is
there?
they're guards or defenders. So watch your P's and Q's, everybody.
All right. After y'all spend at least an hour or so, about 2 hours eating your dinner and having fun with the fairies, a lot of the fairies start filtering out and disappearing. Some of them, like literally flying into the wall, and others, taking out the door and leaving and things like that. Others still just sat where they are, and for a second they winked and they're just not there anymore. Car, if you're trying to talk, you did just mute yourself. Okay, just make it sure. Because you look like you're about to start saying something.
He had to fart really bad. Didn't want anybody to hear it.
Exactly, that was what it was. Yes.
I mean, you could see the window kind of reverberate in the
He
background.
mutes
So I
himself and then goes. They'll never know because I muted myself.
Well, at least they didn't have to hear it.
yeah. Worse, it was in the imagination. So,
And it's almost like you hear a noise, and when everyone just instinctively turns to look, and when you look back, the room is empty and disused, and like the only one who's ever been here was y'all.
well, that was fun.
That was a good party.
Is
And this
there
room you're in is actually a fairly secure room. It looks
there
like there's
any-
only one entrance.
are there
Sorry.
any lingering smells?
Yes, it smells like the party was just here.
The room be barricaded?
It doesn't have a nice handy bar, but it can be easily sealed up.
Was there a bar when there was a party?
No.
Only cash bar.
So no drinking. Dang.
I'll try and seal the door with the
It is pretty late in the day, right?
creation powers.
I'll just
Yeah,
finish-
we need to lock down for the night.
Yeah, and the place y'all slept previously was on the other side of the sealed doorway y'all are trying to open.
Hmm.
That you had to use the ring for.
The ring doorbell.
Did we have to use the ring in the dream?
You did not. In the dream, the door was open already.
Mm-hmm.
That was what was definitely weird for. That's what I was thinking.
All right, so y'all sail up in the room and sleep the night.
Yep. Oh,
Go quiet without Sirenscape.
do you turn it off?
In the middle of the night, both Core and a car find themselves falling asleep like normal.
That's odd.
Oh,
Y'all
Father.
all wake up the next morning extremely relaxed, extremely refreshed, and you all had pleasant dreams.
Are the effectiveness of the magic items that we already had, are they seeming to not act normal?
The magic items you have seem to be acting mostly normal, but anything that's a direct, like you use it and an effect occurs, there's a chance for it to be abnormal. Things that are just instant, that are on all the time, seem to be mostly working right.
So wands and scrolls and casting.
Yes. Basically, if it's an instantaneous oomph of an effect, there's more of a chance of it backfiring than one that's a continuous effect.
All right, so we pack it up and start moving on in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
You wake up and head outside, and you see down in the distance one of those lights, like in your dream.
Hey, the fair gonna help us now, maybe.
Eve, you see the light. Everyone else, you almost see what looks like a person moving the light back and forth.
That's the Fushigi guy.
And that's why you remember it was disappearing and reappearing in your dream. You can now see it's him moving it with his hand, and it's occasionally being blocked by his hand.
Gotcha.
Is there any chance his name is Dampy?
No.
I'm glad one person got it.
All right. So you follow the guy? And just like
Yes.
in your dream, every time you get close to him, he just vanishes out of nowhere and reappears somewhere further down the line. Every now and then, you'll see him off in the distance, but you'll see another light flickering somewhere on the floor in front of you.
I want to examine the first light on the floor or the area where it is. I don't know if it dissipates
As
before
soon
I
as you
get
get
there.
there, you notice an obvious trap that's being highlighted.
Yeah, watch out for these guys. He's actually showing us where the traps are. I don't want to mess with it in fear of not being able to disarm it properly. So just avoid it and continue on.
What kind of trap is it? And
The one that he's highlighted right now is a spear trap that if you step on the wrong spot, a bunch of spears will come out at once.
okay, I am going to be curious about which types of traps are here, because some of them are lucrative to disarm. So that's something I'll be looking for.
But some of them can be pitfalls financially.
Okay. You travel a little further and you come into an area that it's not the same as in your dream, but the guy is leading you through it. And in it, you see a small antechamber of some kind with about 6 or 7 little trees, and like 2 or 3 of them are dead. It looks like the dwarves were trying to make an area that gives the illusion of being outdoors, underground.
Does the construction look similar to the inside forest?
No, that's much better quality. This
Okay.
is basically a dwarves attempt to make an area that would make someone who likes the surface a little happier underground.
Gotcha. A green room, per se.
Yeah.
For visitors.
However, the ancients, when they did it, they made an actual forest underground. because they were using elemental stones to power it.
Oh.
The dwarves are just using standard construction. But you can tell several of the trees have signs of having a dryad in them.
Should we go check on them?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go check on them, and I'll do some checking on their trees and seeing if I can improve them at all.
All right, make your nature check.
All right.
Okay, you really can't do much to help the trees, but as you're checking, you notice that the 3 dead trees and 1 tree that's barely living, it seems like there is a little bit of piping that comes into each tree at the base that is watering them, and those seem to be having a problem with their water.
Hatala, you know something about engineering, right?
Why do you ask?
Well, take a look at these pipes. The water's got to be coming from somewhere, and it looks like these the trees that are dead have
This
some
is
trouble with the
really
pipe.
interesting. Can I see or find any way that would get this turned back on?
Make an engineering check.
Engineering. Go.
You find that the trees, they have 1 pipe connecting several trees, and then 1 pipe connecting several trees, and 1 pipe connecting several trees. The 1 tree that's sick and dying has a block in the pipe there, so some water's getting out, but it's not going past that tree.
But I have an idea of how to remove that block.
Yes, you can make 1 more engineering. You can make a crafting check to fix the pipe.
When you point it out, do you want some help in fixing it? I would be interested in making sure it was done right. So,
Yeah.
Ooh, nat 20.
Between the 2 of you, you managed to get the pipes fully fixed and working, and all the water's flowing again. And the 3 dead trees actually start perking up. They're not fully dead yet.
That
It
was
looks like
fast.
they're kind of dormant.
I'm gonna turn to Atala and offer a handout, like as a thank you for assisting in completing this.
I shake his hand.
It's very.
Or-
It's gonna be
or
a
did
very
you-
like awkward like arm.
No, it's,
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
reach.
It's like a. It's
I'm
like
gonna reach for your
I don't
arm to do
know
like
what
a to do like a arm on arm embrace, and you're reaching to shake my hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's That's a perfect way to do it. We both get. I'm like perfectly fine with it, but you're going. Wait, no.
It's you're grabbing my hand. I'm like, no, grab the wrist. Like, what is going on with you? I don't know where your hands have been.
Well, besides the furry paws.
Yeah.
All right. The trees in the room, it looks like several of the trees have started to bloom pretty flowers. And the smell in the room just got amazingly nice.
All right. I think this is where we make our case to the Dryads and see if we can get them to help us get out of here and get to where we need to be.
Aren't we already following the light that we need?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Never mind. Thanks,
I mean,
guys.
it was. I get it. Like that was very
No,
clever
I'm
of
start
you.
following the light.
And the
Like as Atala's like explaining this, like,
Oh,
we
yeah,
had our
right.
moment. You screwed it up. I'm gone. Like, bye.
All right. After a few more minutes, the light guides you into a area that's a lot more like that forest area. It is an actual indoor artificial constructed forest with 1 giant tree in the middle.
Okay.
And there is a bunch of smaller trees and plants all around it. and you notice that there's probably about 10 or 20 of those lampolds in the room.
I
They're
think
all just standing there.
Where do we go now? There's so many of you guys.
I think I'd go to the big tree in the center and see if it's sentient. Like, is this a giant deco tree or not?
And from the tree unfolds a very beautiful woman, matronly, who is just regal as all get out.
Is this the queen, Faye?
When she gets out, you notice most of the Fae in the room bow to her, except for the lampolds. They do not bow to her.
I don't really know what to do in these situations. I'm gonna look to Core, since he's the diplomat of the group, and see what he's doing, and I'll copy what he's doing.
Doing a slight bow of acknowledgement.
Okay. I'll kind of do like head nod back to him, and I'll do the same, because I'm kind of like aghast at what's going on, like kind of surprised. So beautiful.
I like that Scooby voice.
No, I'm not even gonna start it because I know I can't continue that trope.
So as I see Core kind of somewhat bow and need to follow suit, I take a full knee and say, "My queen, thank you for your presence."
I'm going to say, "Suck up," and hope that hope that some of the Fae near me hear me.
Well, it's only a
And
one knee. Like
giggle
it's only
about it.
like
No.
not like full knees. Just one knee. Like I kneel down and like.
Listen to him try to backtrack this.
No, this is this is my theater of mind. I'm explaining to you guys. So I take one knee and I kneel down and say, "I welcome your presence, my queen."
He must be one of those Game of Crowns fans. You know that book series. It's real
I'll
popular.
I'll tell the card. Be careful
Guys,
with your words.
Guys, this is the queen. This is the Hemadryad queen. Show your respect.
But not the lampold queen.
Yeah, this is not who we're trying to find.
Nope.
Just so
She
you know.
is a queen. She is a
I mean,
queen.
that's fine, but, you know.
I just want a card. Just be careful with your words. Also,
Yes, no disrespect. I understand.
Yeah, no making accidental promises.
or full fealty.
Or marriage proposals.
Oh, this is no.
He's so close to it too. He just needs a ring.
This is no man, this is no took situation. Okay,
He already has
I'm not
5.
a fool of it. I'm not a fool of a took. Okay. And then I stand and say, "We humbly accept your gracious honors here. Thank you for allowing us to be able to be a part of your."
As you're talking, all the lampolds suddenly kneel as somebody walks into the room. As you see this lady walk into the room, and everyone is kneeling to her, including the queen that you just saw.
I got right back down to it.
He's full prostrate on the floor, like.
Do
Not that far.
a deeper bow.
I agree.
Are those tears?
Like in here.
That's the way all lampolds look.
So that's like a light leaking out of their eyes?
Yeah, they basically leak light. They are living light.
Well, I'm in awe now, so somebody else is gonna take this one.
You used all of your groveling for the other one?
Apparently. I'm I'm more of embarrassed now. Even though that I wasn't groveling, I was respecting the queen, but now I feel that
Literally what groveling is.
no groveling in my experiences are when you did something incorrectly or wrong.
No, that's not it. It's acting ostensibly in order to get forgiveness or favor.
Well, we
You
do
were
want
trying
her
to get
favor.
favor. Yeah, but so you were groveling. It doesn't change the definition.
I was still showing respect.
I didn't
You
say you didn't.
You notice that she's being attended by several flying bat-like creatures that look like a cute chibi bat cat thing flying behind them. But at the same time, you can see that their mouths are filled with razor-sharp teeth that you would not want to get on their bad side.
So they're like cute piranhas. Gotcha.
Flying cute piranhas.
Give me another 10 minutes. I'll come up with a funny name.
Okay. And she's like, "Greetings, travelers. I hear that you have been doing nice things within my realm. You have helped my friend and her family. We congratulate your, I don't know what the proper term would be. Your good deeds." That's what she said. She didn't actually pause. I did because I couldn't think of what I'm saying.
Wow, you're so eloquent, my queen. Sorry.
Who's groveling
Thinking
now,
you.
Nita?
And the one thing you need to know, everyone, basically, it's the only warning you were given from the Crossroad Guardians before you left, is that of the Fae, the Lampold Queen is one of the most stern ones, and as long as you're within their favor, they will be good. But if you ever cross their favor in any way, including by speech, you could actually be killed quite easily.
Goodbye to that. It's nice knowing you. You would be the first.
What is it that you seek?
Holy Grail. Sorry.
We're seeking the gateway in Barzul.
At this point, you notice that Nidip no longer has a mouth.
I told
Does he
you.
hyperventilate to the point of passing out from freaking out because he can't breathe?
I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you.
Our goal is to find the gate, to find the gem, to destroy it.
What gem?
We saw a vision where the dwarves and the Kaminoans were fighting, and in front of the gate they were trying to power up a gem, a portal gem, but something went
Atala
wrong.
steps in front of him and puts her hand up. There is a magic that is destroying your land and your world around here. We wish to destroy that source of power.
Then you have my favor. I see you have been conversing with the Guardian.
That we have.
He's tried to bring several down here before. All have failed. Are you different?
We hope so. We will do our best.
Then I will guide you. I will send my minions to guide you where you need to go. But you must be wary. The creature is strong, even too strong for myself. And basically, guys, she's powerful enough to TPK the party herself.
We have never failed in our missions before, and we don't want this to be our last mission together. We will do everything in our power to destroy this blight that's been cast on your family and your lands.
And I agree. We will help you. With good luck, you will succeed, and then this whole calamity will be beyond us. And maybe one day the forest can return and my friends can go back to their lands.
I would love for that place to have great forests.
They have been sad down here since the forest died. The few
Good.
that could be saved.
That is much understandable. Myself, and I love Forrest, and I do what I can to protect them.
I know, Ranger. I can see it within you.
I give a small head bow in
But be
respect.
wary. There are others that would seek to keep this magic the way it is. And then there's also those monstrosities on the surface that keep fighting. I do not think even if you manage to send the creature away and destroy whatever the cause of this curse is, I do not think they will stop or simply be gone because you have broken this. I
That may
think the
be.
big problem would be you have to somehow close the portal to the other realm. I do not know how it works, I do not know where it is, but I know the dwarves have had it for long.
That is also one of our goals as well.
Then perhaps I suggest you take a detour before heading straight towards the enemy. You must learn what is this portal and what the dwarves knew of it. We have not gone into the ruins of the citadel for the dwarves, because it is a place away from trees and away from my domain. There is monsters of all kinds in that area, and I believe you would have the strength to go that way, and you will always have a place to come down here and refresh if you need to while you're doing that.
You said we could learn.
Well,
You said we could learn.
yes, the dwarves lived in this citadel for a very long time, and they pretended that this was their main citadel when actually the one to the north that was underground is where the portal was. And they did that to keep it hidden and make this the official target. But it was raised almost immediately when the invaders came. I don't know what magics they used, but it was powerful enough to shake my entire domain. If you can find how this ritual that keeps this portal at bay works, I think that would do much to alleviating the issue on the surface.
Then it is knowledge that we shall seek.
It is
We
one
are
of the
coming.
things humans are very good at.
We are
Whether you
coming to
I do
destroy
not mean
this
that as
creature.
in, sorry, I don't mean that as in humans. I mean as in you mortals. You love that kind of thing, learning about everything. It's so tedious.
Yes, it is.
Very well then. I will dispatch a guide to bring you to the Dwarven Citadel, so that you may try to discover what you can from there. And when you are ready, your guide will be waiting to take you back here and to take you on forward as needed. The creature does not make it past the sealed door, but I assume you already have the artifact that opens it. The Guardian has been holding on to that himself for a long time.
This is what he gave us previously.
He gave you a ring. Back when he was a dwarf.
Thank you, my queen. And I do a salute across my chest, and I bow slightly as we finish the conversation.
And her entourage depart. And most of the dryads and other creatures go back to their trees. And you see several regular fae just moving around, and basically it's as if the fae are no longer scared of you and they're all just going about their ordinary lives now. You see sprites, pixies, all the different fae you've ever heard of in stories just roaming around.
To the Citadel!
All right. We're going to stop right there tonight.
Said the ring opened a doorway, right? The one from Kargath, or did
Yes.
it was? I'll make sure I made
It
my
will
note right.
open it.
It's the passage to the other citadel from this citadel.
Okay.
That's the pathway we took in our dream, correct?
Yes. All right. Tonight, Needip gets 100 bonus experience.
Thank you.
Save
Thank you.
for his making resin and other humorous comments that he kept needlessly making throughout the whole night.
You're welcome.
But he's still not going to have a mouth for at least a day or so.
that'll be fun. Y'all should have heard all the great commentary I was making behind a muted mic. It was quite amusing. I may record it as we move forward so that we can then offer
Throw
it
that
up
on
as
the
like a comment.
Patreon. The Patreon
Yeah, I just got to make
first.
sure it's not too raunchy because I know nobody's listening to. You know what I mean? Like, there are things that I don't say when we're playing, which makes it pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what I'm willing to say, what didn't I say? But no.
Well, that's why it's good for the Patreon to give that little extra in-depthness.
The
You like
depthness?
that?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like it?
I want
And
to just
then
make sure.
everyone gets 50 experience for helping the Fae and actually not trying to murder everything they met.
I thought you were going to say for putting up with me. Yay!
Yay, team.
Yay!
Yay, Faye. I
Oh,
wanted to make sure
right.
we told the Queen thanks for the favor.
Any final words, final thoughts, final shots?
I started streaming again on Twitch,
Eve.
guys.
Eve had a wonderful idea tonight, and it got blasted away, and it's a shame.
What was the idea? I'm sorry.
When she said we should get the townspeople to help, that would have been so cool.
Yes.
Yes. We could have done like a portal scene from the Avengers. Thought of it. Except it'd be just like random dude with pitchfork,
Well,
local
that-
baker with rolling pin.
I have an argument that comment actually stemmed the fact that the Fae actually came and helped us because we were willing to help these people in a way to help themselves. That may have been the deciding factor of why he actually showed up.
It would have still been cool to have the mass
True.
entire town.
Now,
Like
there
I
will
would have
be-
expected.
We don't need that.
Yeah, I would have expected Eve to make the giant rousing speech though.
It would have been so cool.
Yes.
Yes.
it
Maybe
will
we can do it in another town somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Mhm.
Eve's army.
Remember,
I
y'all
wanna
do have
see
to
it.
fight a dragon that y'all can't kill, so.
Yes.
We'll keep
And
that
an
idea
undead
on deck.
populace would be perfect for fighting an undead dragon, you know?
All right. Well,
On that note.
on that note, we'll go figure out how to kill a dragon. Till next time, everyone. So long.
See ya.
Bye.